And at this time, we ask everyone to please stand. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as the RB Madrigals, under the direction of Aubrey Prince, lead us in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Hello everyone and welcome to the RBTV Game of the Week. I'm Isaac Navarro alongside Sam Egan, and tonight the Bulldogs take on Bishop Mac. Sam, what are your thoughts on the game tonight?
Well, I feel like it's going to be a very exciting game. Bishop Mac is a very talented team coming off a tough loss against a very, very good Coal City team. RB 2-0 coming off 2 big wins against Wakanda and Morton. Should be a very exciting game.
Well, since Bishop Mac is high in the state rankings, this should be a tough fight for RB.
That should be a very tough game for RB, but it should be a make-or-break game, proving whether or not they should be a playoff team or not. And beating Bishop Mac would be a huge, huge win on the resume.
It's good. They have to just keep on fighting. They're 2-0. They just need to keep the momentum rolling, the steam rolling. Just keep the pedal on the gas the whole time. Just keep on doing what they're doing.
Yeah, I think if RB plays their best brand of football, I think they should win this game.
Bishop Mac will be ready to kick off. So, homecoming is coming up soon, the Hollywood theme.
Yeah, very excited for homecoming.
It should be exciting for a lot of us.
Yep.
Bishop Mac. Still waiting to kick off. And now the game is off. The kickoff. Down around by the 12-yard line. He drops the kick right there. Keep on running past the 20. Getting past defenders and just a nice tackle right there. Luke Gentile ran that ball down with, he had a little bit of that drop, but he still made up for that with a few yards gained.
Yeah, he made up for those lost yards on the kickoff with a nice-looking return, breaking a few tackles.
As a 1st and 10, the Bulldogs will be looking to start strong. They'll probably start with a little bit of a run combination play right here.
Yeah, they're looking for a huge first drive against these home fans. They want to give them some excitement.
Just looking at for a quick start so they could keep on moving and put pressure on this Bishop Mac team because they could score on you pretty fast.
Yeah, Bishop Mac is a really good offensive team, and they just need to wear down their defense.
So Mr. Torres here will be lining up as the QB today.
Looks like an empty backfield for the Bulldogs.
He gets ready for the snap. He gets a quick pass over to Luke Gentile, who drops the ball.
Yeah, tough play. It was going to look like it was going to go for a few yards on the nice-looking screenplay, but it just dropped.
As you saw his eyes slightly come off the ball, that looked like the factor that made him drop the ball.
Yeah, it looked like he just was ready to start taking off, but he didn't get the ball in his hands first.
You just have to keep your eyes in to catch the ball and then start running. He seemed like he was trying to do too many things at one time.
Yeah, sure.
Is there into the shotgun formation again?
Yeah, again, the empty backfield.
It's ready. He's looking. His eyes downfield. A nice pass. Lob. Going down and it's dropped. It's loud.
intended for Novak, incomplete.
Just
Incomplete.
barely out of the reach of
For the Bulldogs from their own
Nick Novak.
A
Good
little
looking throw
bit
from Matt, just barely out
overthrown
of the
right
reach.
there. If he gave a little bit more time, a little bit more focus, that would just go into the hands of him.
Yeah, I'd be expecting another pass play from the Bulldogs here. It looks like it is with the
Yeah.
empty backfield.
3rd and 10 right here. Still in the shotgun formation with no runner in the backfield. Torres his eyes to the right side, to the middle of the field, and it is dropped and almost intercepted. That was close right there. They're just keep right now dropping the ball. They need to look it in and just catch the ball.
Yeah, the
ball
Bulldog
first.
receivers look like they're struggling to catch the ball here, so they're looking to improve upon that on the second drive.
It's always the ball first. They're worrying about too much things at the same time, which is initiating mistakes right now.
Yeah, and it's a very tough 3-and-out for the Bulldogs because this is going to be a punt for the Bulldogs, and it's going to put Bishop Mac in very good field position.
As Luke Gentile is lining up to punt the ball, they get ready for the snap. A little bit of a high snap. He punts it up, about 30-yard punt right there. He looks it in, running around, swerving through players, and then just trampled up.
It was a nice punt from Luke Gentile, but the the returner broke off a few tackles.
He went around a few tackles. At the 47-yard line, Bishop Mac will start with prime field position. They don't need too much to get a score right here, as long as they have a good, solid kicker. As Tyler Hiller is lining up as QB for the
Yeah, they're in a
Bishop Mac.
wishbone offense.
They run it down. He breaks free through the tackles. He's going to the 20, and he's going to take it out to the distance as a touchdown.
It's a touchdown by Owen Jackson. That was a very good-looking run.
Very good looking run, just up the middle. Keep on powering through. You remember what I said? They're going to try to attack with the run.
Yeah, they were. I don't think the Bulldogs were expecting that wishbone offense, and because of it, they had a huge run, just breaking through tackles. 6-0 Bishop Mac.
Just made it look so effortless, just breaking through the defense. They need to put up points fast, Bulldogs, or Bishop Mac will keep the pedal and run up the score.
That was a beautiful run, though.
It was.
Beautifully executed football.
And a perfect extra point right there.
It was a beautiful-looking kick.
Kick was perfect, nice spiral rotation, going through the uprights right down the middle. Should be an easy kick for most kickers, though.
And most kickers, especially college NFL level, that should be an easy kick. And
Even high school level from about 20 yards away.
yeah, even high school level, that's where it all starts, right here.
It's always
in
a
high school.
chip shot. Now the Bulldogs are still discussing with their coach what they're going to run for this series, because the first series wasn't successful at all with those 3 drop passes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think passing was a problem. It's just the receivers couldn't catch the ball. I think they should go with the run here to start off the.
They should try to get the ground game going and keep on pounding it through if they could get it to go.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs need some diversity to start off because those 3 pass plays, looked like Bishop Mac was expecting it.
Alex Wills will kick off the ball now. Hesitating for a few seconds, and now the kick is off. He kicks it low he's keep on running to the 40, and then he gets trampled up and tackled.
Looked like he was down at the 44. Looks like Bishop Mac was going for a low squib kick, and it didn't really seem to work out. The Bulldogs had a nice low return there.
Well, I think they're just confident in their defense right now after that first series that they could just stop them from that area.
Yeah, I think they're very confident about their defense, and but that being said, not a very great kick, and the Bulldogs are hoping to convert on some very good field position.
Well, you always are. There's a runner in the backfield, Luke Gentile. It's handed off to Luke Gentile. He goes around some tackles, but can't break through them.
Yeah, some good blocking there, but Bishop Mac was just all over that play.
If they can't get the run game going, they got to make the defense start guessing with the different pass-run combinations.
I think that run was a good play because it made him like more spread out, and they
Smith in on the stop.
that's what they need. They needed like a spread against Bishop Mac.
Yeah, they need to spread out that defensive line because they've been doing a lot of pressure to the quarterback. And they get him jumped a little bit.
Penalty flag on the field.
Penalty flag on the field right now because there's a lot of movement at the line of scrimmage.
Looks like it's offside on the defense.
They jumped a little bit too early, too much anticipation right there.
There's a good play by Matt Torres to make him jump off sides.
At the Riverside Brookfield 46.
And that's what they need. Penalties are crucial if you're trying to come back in a game. I mean, 7-0 isn't an insurmountable deficit, but it is a deficit nonetheless. So penalties will help them get back into this.
Deficits against good teams like this always feel like a lot more than it actually is.
Yeah, it's going to put a lot more weight on their shoulders, especially since they get the ball in the second half.
That is. Still for a little run right here. Luke Gentile gets a little juke move and gets about 2 yards right there on the play.
Yeah, it was a good-looking run, but they were expecting the outside. I would maybe expect a screen pass here from the Bulldogs and hope for a nice-looking run off the screen pass.
Yep. They're probably going to be running short plays because that's a lot of the times what they like to keep going.
Yeah, they like to go with the low screen plays, low pass plays, and hope that it works out for the best.
And then sometimes goes with that occasional bomb right there.
Yeah, Matt Torres will sometimes like to throw the ball downfield, but mostly it's like the little short passes.
Little short passes could be really effective if you use them well.
Yeah, and I
See,
think the
lines
Bulldogs
up in the shotgun formation.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs.
He's rolling to the right side. Throws a little lob to the middle of the field, and it is overthrown.
There's the occasional bomb that Matt Torres throws, but it was just met by 2 Bishop Mac defenders.
I don't think that was the best read right there. Just there's too many defenders on Luke Gentile. They're seeming to rely on him way too much, and it's kind of getting obvious for this point for the defense.
Yeah, I think Matt needs to look towards some other receivers because it's not working with Luke Gentile.
When there's one player you're just focusing on a team, it's not going to get you too much results because they're going to start like double teaming that guy.
As you saw right there, they had the safety and the corner on him.
Gentile will punt. He's running it a little bit, and then he punts it up to about the 20-yard line as it's keep on rolling till it stops by the sideline and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it was a nice high punt that took a very nice Bulldog bounce that would get them at the 15.
That was a very friendly bounce right there. Bounced like 10 yards.
Yeah, very friendly, and the Bulldogs need to pin them deep if they want to hold them to just 7 points at the moment.
The defense needs to put in their little bit of work. They can't repeat how they did last possession with one play to a touchdown.
Yeah, the Bulldogs fans are letting them hear it. They need a huge play from the defense to stop them on first down here.
The Bulldogs fans here are loyal, and they'll get loud for something the Bulldogs do. There's another run play. He goes to the outside, and he stumbles a bit, and he is tackled. He looks like he could have broke a lot more on that play. You just saw him chirp up on that turf. Sometimes you just hit your toes on the turf, and you just lose your footing and lose all the momentum you get.
Yeah, Owen Jackson has had some very nice runs. That one that obviously went to the house the first play of the game. And he's in the backfield again, and I think the Bulldogs defense needs to look for him.
They're anticipating it by putting a bunch of... It seems like a little fullback run right there, and they're stopped them at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they went right to the fullback dive, but the Bulldogs were fully expecting it. Their defensive line was all over it.
Yep. When you get too predictable, it makes it a lot easier. But sometimes when you keep running one play, and they expect you to run that play again, you could hit them off guard so easily.
Yeah, Bishop Mac has just been running the ball and running the ball, so I don't think the Bulldogs are too much expecting a pass. So, and they got
play action would be smart in this situation right here. So it's another run, and he is stopped before he gets to the first down marker.
I think he got it. Yeah, he got it first down.
Barely.
Yeah, the Bulldogs weren't expecting it. They were expecting one of the running backs to get it, and they didn't have a QB spy on him, and because of it, they got a first down.
The rushing game for Bishop Mac has been really powerful so far. They picked up that big run to start, and they just have ran at this possession, no passes yet in the game.
Yeah, the Bulldogs defense has definitely struggled with the run defense. They struggled against it with Morton, and they struggled against it with Wakanda. And I think Bishop Mac has taken advantage of that.
Another toss to the backfield. He goes around defenders. He's keep breaking free. He's down to the 50, and he gets tackled.
I think the best part of the pitch route, which they have been running a lot, is that the Bulldogs aren't really expecting a pitch route. So when they take off for the pitch route, it will go for at least like 20-plus yards.
They're showing them so many different runs, and it seems like the run defense does not have an answer. They just keep pounding the run. And look how effective they've been already. They were almost down like around the 20-yard line and already gained a quick 30 yards.
Yeah, quick 35 yards for Bishop Mac, all just off the run. They have
Yep.
not passed the ball once this game.
Another run, and he is stopped with 1 yard.
The Bulldogs were fully expecting that play, and they shut him down.
They shut him down.
Very nice looking play.
It seems like Bishop Mac is trying to get to the outside, and that's what the Bulldogs need to prevent right now.
Yeah, they're just trying to go to the outside, and the last few plays the Bulldogs have struggled with it, and that play they rebound nicely.
If they just keep stopping them like that the whole game, it's going to make it a lot easier for the defense.
Yeah, I think if they keep shutting down the run, it's going to be a horrible, horrible game for Bishop Mac.
Yep.
I think that's
Another
what cost them
pitch
against
right
Cole.
here. He gets another first down.
Yeah, that outside run has just been working really well. Cole
Yep.
City did a great job of stopping that last week.
Yep, that is true. The runs have been so effective right here, though. They keep on using a lot of their good running backs. They have so many fresh legs to use. They seem like no one's tired at all.
Yeah, they always seem to have 3 guys in the backfield, and if that doesn't work, they got the quarterback to get them. And so 3rd and short.
See RB's defensive line jumping around a bit.
Yeah, they're trying to force him to a false start, which would back him up to a 3rd and long.
There's another run right here. He breaks out free.
And he is stopped. It looks like he just got short of the first down. And he is about 4th and inches. I think they're going to bring out the sticks to measure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bishop Mac would go for it with how their running game has been going all day.
Yeah, with how their running game has been working, I would not be shocked to see him just go with a QB sneak or a fullback dive.
They don't need much, but I would assume RB would stack up the defensive line, all trying to stop them.
Yeah, and if they stack up the defense, which it looks like they are, a play-action pass would be huge.
And he gets the first down and more. He's keep running down, and it looks like he's going for another touchdown, his 2nd touchdown of the game. Owen Jackson breaking free again.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have struggled to contain him in short yardage situations.
He just blew by the defense. All he had to do was beat that safety down. And when you have that much space to work with the football field, it's really easy to do.
That's the problem with the goal line stand. Once you get past 1 or 2 guys, it's just open field, and he just took advantage of it.
Yep. And now they're going to go for another extra point right here. And this should be an easy chip shot for her. The Bulldogs just look mentally drained right now. It hasn't even been through the first quarter, and they're already going to be down 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, that they needed momentum to start off, and they have had 0 of it.
It's just been dead cold. The fans aren't into it. It just seems kind of dead right now. They just need a little bit of a spark to keep them going, to get them going.
Yeah, the fans haven't really had anything to cheer about. They've struggled to get yards. The only yards they've gotten, like their most yardage gain, was off a penalty. They haven't really gotten any yards, and because of it, the fans are out of it, and I think the players are out of it.
All they needed is one big play to get them going right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked with the struggles that Matt's having that they bring in Owen Murphy.
I think they'll just keep with Matt for most of the game right here, trying to get him going, but if he starts turning the ball over, then I would see a change.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they have no momentum, and what I think the Bulldogs need is just to regroup, just relax, and play their best brand of football.
They just need that one person to create a spark. And Bishop Mac, everybody seems full of energy, and in their mindset, it seems like they're thinking that they're going to win this game.
I mean, yeah, when you're up 14-0, you have a good feeling that you're going to win the game, especially getting the ball in the second half.
Yep. They have all the momentum they need right now.
I think we'll maybe get the fans in the game, maybe run like a trick play. That'd be a nice play from the Bulldogs.
A little bloop of a kick. And they contain him pretty quick at the 40. Another good field position for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, again, they get the ball at the 40, which is really good field position for the Bulldogs, and this is something they need. They need a huge drive, whether it's a nice throw from Matt or a beautiful run by Luke. They need something to get their momentum going.
They've had good field position all game, but they haven't been getting any first downs.
Yeah, their most yards off of non-penalties is 1 yard, and that was a rush by Luke.
Yep. As Matt will be in the shotgun formation again. He's rolling to the right side. His eyes to the middle of the field. He throws one deep, and it is caught! And he will be tackled at the 20.
What a catch by Nick Novak. That's the play they needed to get them back into this game.
And you hear everybody is just going wild right now. The big play.
That's the momentum they needed. That was a huge play from Matt.
Matt Torres to Nick Novak. That's what they needed to get going, and now they're in prime spot to score right now.
Now that that play worked, they can maybe go with the pass again or run it.
What really helped on that play right there was the offensive line gave Matt so much time to wind up and throw it downfield.
Matt's in the shotgun, but he has Chris Doherty to his left.
A rush to the left. In the middle of the field, but it is hit down. That was a great
beautifully
play.
broken up by Max O'Connor. That was a beautiful play. Nice read by the defensive back.
He just saw it going to his hands, and then he just swatted it down.
But Matt had his eyes on the receiver the entire time, and he just knew it was going to go to him.
If he didn't release it then, he would have gotten a blindsided hit from one of the defensive backs.
Yeah, I think that was the best play there. That was the best play for the Bulldogs.
And a snap to Luke Gentile, and he runs a few yards, about 2 yards on the play.
Good-looking trick play, but it just didn't work. Bishop Mac was expecting it. A good 2-yard gain, though.
Bishop Mac's run defense has been too good here.
Gets it down to the Bishop Mac 17. Let's call it a gain of 2. 3rd and 8.
Only these runs that the Bulldogs have been producing have been 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, they've only had one big gain, and that was just that huge pass to Nick Novak.
They need to figure out their groove, because once you're in this spot in the field, you can't be just throwing bombs. And a run, and Luke Gentile is trapped up very quickly, and it looks like...
Yeah, they faked the handoff to the wide receiver, and Luke just wasn't going to go anywhere.
Bishop Mac's defensive line has been so strong this game, not allowing many rushing yards.
Well, I think why they've been so dominant this game is because when they practice against the run and practice against the run, they're going to expect the run. And it looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for it on 4th down.
A little bit of a risk here. 4-man rush looking for Bishop Mac. They keep pushing him back. Off balance throw. And he's quickly wrapped up, and it will be a turnover on downs.
There's a good throw by Matt. He had nothing to do. They had 3 guys coming at him, like full speed.
The offensive line just didn't do its job right there. They just let the rush come at him, so Matt had to run back and throw an off-balance throw.
Yeah, it looked like he had an open receiver on the screenplay. May have been a very close first down, but that's a hard throw to make.
Very hard throw to make. When you're running backwards and still have to get some power on it, very difficult throw.
Yeah, very difficult throw from Matt. Not at all his fault.
The only upside about this is that the defense has a lot of field to work with.
For a drive that looks so promising, it's very disappointing that they get no points out of it.
He breaks out to the outside. And another big gain. He's breaking free through tackles. He may take it the distance again. Wow. Owen Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, the hat trick already in the first quarter.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to contain him. They haven't been able to tackle him. He just broke so many tackles on that play.
He's just breaking free this game.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard for the Bulldogs to come back now, down 20-0.
Already have had over 100 yards today. That is crazy in the first quarter.
Yeah, the Bulldogs just have been unable to stop him.
Owen Jackson has been a beast.
An absolutely huge game for him. These were his stats at the end of the game. We'd all be wild, but it's only the first quarter.
So what more do we have to see? Wow.
I have no clue what more we have to see from him. He has proven so much this game.
21-0 in the first quarter.
RB
just seems gassed right now.
Yeah, they seem gassed. Their defense has just been out there, just having to play against the run, and their offense hasn't really had any big drives to just keep the defense off the field.
I think they just need to have a little bit of a different scheme for these next few drives to get into it. Little different offensive scheme and a little bit of a different defensive scheme, because they seem to getting to be too predictable here.
Yeah, for sure. The Bulldog needs someone to like light a fire in them to get them just pumped up, because they really haven't had anything other than that huge pass to Nick Novak.
They seem to just be lining up the defensive line as much as they can, and that makes so much space for the running back to run.
Yeah, they really haven't had any room to stop Owen Jackson because of it. He's had huge returns.
And a muff kick right there, so they have to just stop on it right there at the 29-yard line. 24.
Falling on.
The Bulldogs right here, the problem is they're getting too predictable. And when you're predictable, it's not going to work out for you.
Bulldogs take over.
I'm wondering right now if there's any college scouts in the house, because Owen Jackson is putting on a show for them if they're here.
Unfortunate if no one's here.
Yeah, if anyone's looking for a top running back, he'd be at the top of my list.
Well, at least he's going to have some film on him.
Yeah, he's going to have some really good-looking film.
Yeah, put that into the highlight reel. Different
Oh, it
look
looks
right
like
here.
they're running Wildcat.
And then a timeout is called.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
There's a timeout by the Bulldogs. Looks like they're going to have a delay of game penalty there, and they had to call timeout.
Yeah, they got to be paying attention to that play clock. Wasteful timeout right here.
It looked like they're going to go to Owen Murphy on that snap and have Matt Torres at the wide receiver position.
It did look at that. It looked like that from there. Owen Murphy is a talented quarterback as well.
Yeah,
He's
Owen Murphy, who's only a sophomore, has so much potential ahead of him at RB. Started last year, and he seemed to look pretty good. Bulldogs had a rough season last year.
But then he got moved to the bump as the second stringer for this year.
Yeah, Matt Torres has seemed to prove everything in practice so far, and he seemed to prove everything in the first two games. Right now he's just struggling against a really, really good Bishop Mac defense.
The defensive scheme has been perfect. The offensive scheme has been good. I haven't seen Bishop Mac throw the ball yet.
No, they haven't thrown the ball yet, and why should they? If the run is just working, why would they have to throw it?
It's 21-0. The run score speaks for itself.
It seems whatever RB is trying to do here, it's just not working.
It's not working at all. And
Yeah, it
another
looks like they're going
wildcat
with the same formation.
Owen Murphy will hand the ball off. They'll get about a few yards on there. About one.
Yeah, whenever a play looks good for the Bulldogs, just a swarm of Bishop Mac defenders are just there.
They just swallow up the run. Looks like they're doing some kind of zone coverage here that they've been running all game.
Yeah,
Because they haven't been stacking up the defensive line at all. 3 linebackers in the back.
Yeah, it's definitely a zone defense here from Bishop Mac. And an empty
Yep.
backfield with Matt under center. Now that he brings Luke Gentile in motion.
They don't have any safeties deep, Bishop Mac, so they're looking for the short passes right here.
A screen pass to Owen Murphy, and it's marked incomplete.
If you see Bishop Mac's defensive scheme right here, they're not looking for any passes down the field.
Yeah, they've just been looking for the short pass or the run because they know they're going to be able to stop that.
The Bulldogs just need to make adjustments from what they see off Bishop Mac's defensive scheme right here.
Maybe like a quick slant or a curl route here would be huge for the Bulldogs to get a first down.
It would be any first down will help their momentum going. Seems like after that one big play, the fire got blown out quick.
I feel like Matt's going to just throw the ball downfield because that's what he seems to do on third down.
He throws the ball over the middle and is overthrown to Nick Novak.
Yeah, he seemed to throw it deep like I said he would, but he just couldn't find his receiver. He overthrew him.
And it looks like the Bulldogs will punt right here. The Bulldogs have had next to zero offense except for that one big play.
Yeah, one big play has been the story of the Bulldogs so far this quarter.
And Owen Jackson has been the story for Bishop Mac.
He's been the story of the game for sure. He definitely gets my Player of the Game award.
Hey, it's only the first quarter, but he's looking strong.
Yeah, anything's possible. I mean, it's not over till it's over. So,
A high snap and it is dropped. So he has to just kick it up a little bit, and it's not a good punt at all. but still a little bit of friendly bounce and a very friendly roll for Bishop Mac.
That was probably the worst possible scenario for the Bulldogs there, but luckily, at least a decent bounce for the Bulldogs, so they're not in the red zone to start.
That is true. Such a high snap, and Luke Gentile recovered from that pretty good.
I mean, there's not much you could do there when you have a high snap and you got 3-4 guys coming at you.
Either you just kick it like that, or you just run down with it.
Yeah, and running it would not be the best idea there, depending with Bishop Mac in really good field position.
As another run. This time it's not Owen Jackson, a new fresh set of legs right here.
Yeah, Owen Jackson didn't seem to be in the game right there. As I see, he's on the bench currently.
Caleb Smith has been a good compliment for him, though. He's been getting some good, like, around 5-yard runs.
He's been getting good 3, 4, 5 yards for, like, short yardage gains. And then once they give it to Owen Jackson, they just pound it up their throats for a touchdown.
Well, when you get an 80-yard run, you're bound to get a few rests. A little 2-yard run right there.
And the Bulldogs finally met them up on an outside rush. They seem to be struggling with that all game, but they finally got it there.
They've been struggling a lot from the run. Still no throws by Bishop Mac.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, though, is that the Bulldogs actually had some defensive backs and some linebackers just kind of like 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage. They all weren't just piled up there.
I feel since like they're stacking a lot of defensive linemen on the line that they could get an easy, quick slant right here.
Wishbone offense, and they're finally going to throw it.
Throw it. It's down and it is dropped.
It is dropped. A beautiful play by the Bulldogs defense. That was Christopher Doherty that broke it up there.
He just looked that in and swatted that down. By seeing that throw, it seems like Bishop Mac may not be too confident with their quarterback.
That's 4th and 5. And
they're going for it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it. Owen Jackson, however, is not in the game, so hopefully not too damaging of a play. Never mind, yes, he is. They have him at the wide receiver slot. Inside wide receiver.
On the left side.
Yeah, they have Caleb Smith in the backfield with them, but it looks like they're going to throw it.
It's thrown outside, and it'll get the first down. Good little curl route right there.
Yeah, beautiful play by the Bishop Mac quarterback there and the receiver. They just had like nowhere to go. The Bulldogs even did not have an answer for that. And right when it looked like they're going to get some momentum back by getting the ball back, Bishop Mac gets another first down.
No one is able to stop Bishop Mac's offense right now. They have been too powerful and too good.
Yeah, they've made some huge adjustments since last week.
Yep, and the Bulldogs seem to have taken a few steps back. Owen Jackson is running through, and it's about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, the Bulldogs finally met him up there, and that's huge considering they've been struggling with him all game.
It's crazy how you see Owen Jackson gets a good run for most people, but that's like a bad run for him.
Yeah, that's probably his worst rush of the game, and that was like 5 yards.
Which is solid.
Which is solid. It's better than I'd ever do.
Yeah, probably. So they'll keep Caleb Smith in the backfield.
Yeah, they haven't had
Owen
Owen Jackson
Jackson
in the backfield in a few plays.
And a nice little run right there.
Nice gain
so
of
it should be 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3.
Yeah, nice
Around
little
there.
rush. Bring up 3rd and 4. They haven't had Owen Jackson in the backfield at all this drive. They've handed it to him only once.
Maybe the Bulldogs is predicting it a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Bishop Mac is just going to let the first quarter end. And
Yep, they're just running down the clock.
I think the Bulldogs need this. The end of the quarter, just get themselves together and
They
hope
just
for a
need this
huge
rest.
stop on 3rd down.
That's what they need. Well, that first quarter has been so dominant by Bishop Mac, up 21-0. They've been just pounding the ball with good runs by Owen Jackson. He's been a beast.
Yeah, a disaster of a first quarter for the Bulldogs. Just when we think it couldn't have been like a worse first quarter, that's probably the worst possible scenario for the Bulldogs.
It is probably the worst. They came out with so much confidence, but when the game started, they looked so flat-footed.
Yeah, with a 2-0 record coming in, and Bishop Mac coming off a loss. It looked like they were going to have all the momentum in the world, but they just could not get it together. Bishop Mac, who's a really solid team, they knew how to rebound from a tough loss, and they've rebounded well so far.
They just seem more ready for this game, more in focus, more just ready to play, more on their not caught on their heels.
Yeah, they're definitely more physical and mentally prepared for this game. They were expecting the elements, and they've expected it well. They've silenced this Bulldog crowd.
Complete silence. They haven't had almost anything to cheer about. There's not much to cheer about either.
Yeah, if you're a Bulldog fan, there's nothing to cheer about so far this game, other than that one long throw downfield. It's been 1, 2, 3 yard gains, if anything, and a struggle of 4 drives.
And a nice little pitch right there, but the Bulldogs see it right away and stop him for only a little gain right there.
Yeah, they went for the option route right there, and it didn't seem to work at all.
It didn't work at all.
Yeah, it looks like the Bulldogs have stopped the outside now, and now they got to stop the inside on like a 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go with some more running schemes right there. That's what they mostly ran.
I wouldn't be shocked if Bishop Mac went with another curl route to whether it is Max O'Connor or another receiver. They're looking to get to someone and get a first down here.
Rolling to his right. A little throw, and it is caught. It is ran in for the touchdown.
Yeah, Manny Harris was the receiver there. He was just cutting across the middle, and easy read from Tyler Hiller for a Bishop Mac touchdown.
They started so good off with the run that they've opened up the passing game right here. With the receivers, they're just beating them on the routes now.
Yeah, they have been running it so much that the Bulldogs weren't even expecting a pass all game. And they finally passed the ball, and the Bulldogs had nothing to do with had nothing to do there. No linebackers were even near him to break up that play.
They have no answer for any of these passes or any of these runs. And another solid kick.
Claudia Dolliger was the kicker on the play, and they make their 4th extra point of the night.
Just a solid kicker right there. The kicks have been perfect all game.
Yeah, it's been perfect kicking from Bishop Mac, and I feel like they would make it from like 30, 40 yards.
The coaching has been really good this game. They've been knowing what schemes to put out defensively and offensively to go against the Bulldogs' plays.
Yeah, with the constant running and the occasional pass, the Bulldogs have had no answer.
No answer at all. Maybe they're going to try to switch their scheme up a little bit. If they're going to keep going with the same scheme, the score is going to just keep getting run up. Seems like Bishop Mac is a little bit gassed after that first quarter explosion.
Yeah, but Bishop Mac has done a great job of rebounding and just staying hydrated, I guess.
Drink water.
A beautiful looking kick.
Right there on the 11. And he slips. And now he's going to get wrapped up after what looked like what was going to be a promising return.
Yeah, he was down at the 25. It was just a rough looking rush there, but a beautiful kick. And it seemed like there's going to be a hard night to kick. When we were down at the field around like 4 o'clock today, it was very, very windy down there. It seemed like it was going to be very hard to not only like kick the ball on kickoffs, but make extra point and field goals. And I was telling Isaac that earlier today.
Well, it's going to give you extra power if you're kicking with it, which is nice for kickoffs. You just need to know how to control it so it doesn't go out of bounds.
Yeah, but the wind seemed like it was blowing to the east, so kickers on the right hash seemed to have struggled with that.
Is Matt Torres off balance throw down the middle. He's still running on his feet, and Matt Novak gets tripped up.
And Matt Novak gets the first down there, and they need a screen pass like that. The screen pass struggling all game. They finally get it to Matt, and there's a huge gain for a first down.
It's a nice game, but a little foot tackle by the Bishop Mac. The only thing about Bishop Mac, they never seem to get burned by anybody.
Yeah, no, if someone gets touched, they have another, whether it's defensive back, safety, corner, they always have someone
Another
there.
screen pass to Luke Gentile, and it seems like a flood of Bishop Mac just comes to them and tackles them.
Yeah, Bishop Mac seems to be always be ready for the screen pass. Even if they get like 3 or 4 yards, they're not going to have a huge gain off a screen pass.
You see them always anticipating what's going to happen.
Second and 6.
It's been a really nice read by the coordinators up here in the booth by Bishop Mac.
They've been knowing what teams are going on. They've just been finding answers for them.
No, the Bulldogs have seemed kind of predictable, throwing either a screen pass or running it on first and second down, and then Matt will just bomb the ball downfield on third down.
And another screen pass. And it's broken free and for another first down for the Bulldogs.
Nick Novak was the receiver there, and he had a huge gain of momentum before being brought down.
Seems like the Novak brothers are just getting it going for RB.
Yeah, the Novaks are having a huge game for RB, and that's the whole receiving core tonight.
That's been their whole offense today.
And it seems like the Bulldogs are getting a little drive going, and the fans are starting to get into it a little bit.
Well, they got to get the fans happy a little bit for coming out here in this weather.
Yeah, we're hoping it's not too little too late to get a comeback going for the Bulldog.
Yep, that would really engage the fans.
It looks like there's some movement on the line.
Penalty flags on the field.
Looks like it was on Bishop Mac.
Go over the line again.
No, they're saying it's against the Bulldogs.
Start.
Against the Bulldogs.
They got him to jump.
To the Riverside, Brookfield, 40.
Yeah, I saw some movement along the Bishop Mac line. That's what I saw, but it looked like Bulldogs moved first.
Yep. Usually in false starts, it looks like there may be an offsides, but there's usually
There's something we miss up here that the refs caught eye of.
Yep. Line up in the shotgun formation again. Rolling to his right. Off balance throw to Luke Gentile, and it is caught.
A beautiful catch by Luke Gentile.
Right at the 31-yard line.
That's a Bulldogs first down. Guys, when it
was
looked like they were going to get defeated off this drive at that penalty, they'd get a huge first down.
That was nice. He was rolling to his right. Great off-balance throw towards the sidelines, and Luke Gentile just looked it in, caught it, and then went out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a beautiful read by Matt, and Luke never took his eyes off the ball, and that was a huge catch for the Bulldogs. Way to keep his feet in bounds.
Remember what I said earlier today, that just look the ball in. It's going to be the most important. Now they're seeming to look the ball in, catching more of the balls.
Yeah, they always got to keep their eye on the ball. What they seem to be struggling
And
with earlier in
looking
the
down
first
the
half.
middle, and it is almost intercepted.
Yeah, the ref saying it was incomplete. It looked very close to an interception.
Very close.
Dangerous pass by Matt.
And he's a little bit shaken up right here. Maybe an ankle or something that he hit. Just need to walk it off a little bit.
Yeah. Seems
Doesn't
like the
look too
Bulldogs are going to
serious.
throw a screen pass here. Seeing how they've done
Maybe
the
get
first
out
two
for
plays.
one play, just roll it out.
Second and 10.
I feel that they're going to do a screen pass to Chris Doherty.
Or a fake, rolling to his left, and a nice throw down there, and they get a first down. Another first down.
Looks very close to a first down.
Very great play. He rolled the way they weren't expecting to. Just not expecting. They all bit for the run.
Yeah, they're going to say that was a first down for the Bulldogs and
First
a
down.
huge drive looking.
And they'll be in the same formation as the last play. And it'll be a QB sneak by Matt Torres. He breaks around, and he gets tackled right around the
Yeah,
16-yard
great job by
line.
Matt to get to the outside there and gain a few yards.
Yeah. No way he was going up the middle, so he read that well, went around the line, and got a good few yards.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to have nothing there, and then he just took off and got a few yards at least.
Gain of 4.
Their offensive game is picking up little by little.
Yeah,
what they're
but
looking for is a touchdown right here that will really get them going.
yeah, but last time they had the ball in this field position, they just couldn't
Capitalize.
convert. So we're hoping for something different here.
Eyes down the middle, and is caught for the touchdown. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a touchdown by the Bulldogs. A beautiful throw by Matt Torres to give them a competitive edge. And the fans are starting to get into it, which the Bulldogs need.
Finally, you hear some cheering in the stands. Now they'll be getting ready for the extra point right here. Or they'll, never mind. Looks
Yeah.
like they're going for 2.
No, it looks like they're going for the extra point. It looks like they have some momentum now. And hopefully the defense can take that momentum onto this drive.
Matt Novak will be kicking this extra point. It's down. And is right through the uprights.
And it is good.
Extra point is good. The
Beautiful
Bulldogs
kick.
are only down by 21 points now, which is still a lot.
Still a lot, but the Bulldogs defense seems to look like they've been improving.
Well, the defense has to do their job.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have seemed to like at least stop them a little bit. So they're hoping to just.
Bishop Mac's offense has been really running it up, though. They seem to have no answer for them. I think Bishop Mac will try to go with a few runs right here, see what they could do with them.
I think they're gonna run the ball. I think the only way I can see them passing if it's like a 3rd or 4th and long.
Situation. They really trust the offense right now, and I wouldn't see them bringing out a punting unit right here.
Yeah, they still look very confident at the receivers, not just the receivers, but the running backs. So they've had a nice little spread after the first 2 drives, just running it. They've got a nice little spread going, and hopefully the Bulldogs have an answer for that.
I think the Bulldogs will. They're getting ready for the kick right here.
They have Manny Harris back deep.
And a nice good kick right there. Keep running to the 20, going to the 30, moving past a few defenders. It looks like he'll go down around the 35.
There's a good kick, but an even better return from Harris.
Manny Harris just looks so elusive there and hard to take down.
Yeah, and it looked like that was a high kick. That's not easy to receive, and he did a good job of receiving that and then taking it out.
He just looked to move so effortlessly throughout the field. That's what they need.
It seems to be the story for Bishop Mac that they've just moved it effortlessly.
They run out all confidently. Just run smoothly. And they'll look like they'll be in a running scheme right here with Owen Jackson in the backfield. And it goes to Owen Jackson. He makes a little read. And he gets tripped up, and they stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's what the Bulldogs need. They need to just trip him up because they haven't been able to tackle him all game.
That's the first time I've seen him been stopped like that.
Yeah, he went nowhere, and that seems to be a first for him, and the Bulldogs are hoping to continue that.
They're hoping to just continue stopping the run right here. If they stop the run, they're just going to open up a lot of possibilities for them. In the shotgun formation, as the receiver will be motioning to the left, rolling to his left, moving to the and an incomplete pass thrown to the middle.
Yeah, they missed the sack there, but they forced him to throw a bad throw, and that'll bring up 3rd and long.
Tyler Hiller really had nothing to do. The
Yeah, nothing
pressure
to
was
do.
just too much for him to take.
Yeah, good pressure by the Bulldogs defense. It's the first time they seem to get to the quarterback all game since Bishop Mac has a really solid line. But that's a
Really.
huge play from the Bulldogs there.
Now it's already a 3rd and 10. This is the best situation the defense has been in all game. As it looks like the Bishop Mac will line up in the shotgun formation again.
They got 3 guys on the right side of the field and 1 guy on the left.
To the right side of the field, and it is dropped. Dropped by Owen Jackson. And now it will be a 4th and 10.
Good runner, not the best receiver.
Finally, they seem to stop Bishop Mac from getting any offense going, and now the punting unit will come out.
I think this is the first time we've seen the punting unit all game.
I think it has been.
I think the Bulldog fans are very happy to see that.
They just need to keep doing that then.
They have Luke Gentile up deep.
And then
Also looks like they're going to have Matt Novak up deep too.
just in case if kick's a little bit short. A little bit of high snap. A nice high punt. Luke Gentile looks it in. Little bobble right there. Trying to run around the defenders, and he's eaten up quickly.
Yeah, booming high kick, and Bishop Mac got to him quickly.
And very quickly.
But after the last drive, the Bulldogs look like they're going to have some momentum coming out here.
Some momentum from that touchdown from the last drive. Just need to keep the pedal on the gas like I've been saying all day.
Yeah, I think Matt needs to have a few really huge plays here, just like he did last game, and I think they should be fine. Or not last game, last
drive. The thing that will help you the most is momentum. That's the only thing that could help them in this game right now.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs seem to have that right now with that huge stop on defense and the last touchdown drive.
They're starting to gain their confidence, which is a very good thing for them. Just keep them guessing. Fake run, Torres. It's tripped up a little bit, and there will be a flag on the field.
Yeah, Matt Novak took off there, or Matt Torres, excuse me, took off there, but he really had nowhere to go, and it looks like there's going to be a holding on the Bulldogs offense.
Looks like it. Matt Torres is kind of a different person from
Oh,
Matt
wow,
Novak.
it's holding on the defense, and that's going to be an automatic first down for the Bulldogs. A
So
huge momentum gainer for the
They're going
Bulldogs.
to have to move the chains right here.
Holding on the defense is something you don't see a lot, but it did happen there, and that's going to be an automatic first down for the Bulldogs.
It's crazy. As you saw Matt Torres come out with his shoulder pads out of his jersey.
Yeah, that might make you think that there's a holding somewhere or just a huge hit, and there's a holding definitely on that play.
Definitely.
So the Bulldogs have it at the 43. Really nice field possession, and they're hoping to just keep it
They'll be
going.
in the shotgun formation again here. Matt Torres looks in the ball. He's looking towards the right side. Throws it, and it is caught. Nice catch by Luke Gentile, catching it around the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that's a huge play for the Bulldogs. They're just going to need to keep going with the little short passes. It's been working the last 2 games, and now it looks like it's starting to work for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs finally getting their offense going with some quick passes right here.
A shout out to the offensive linemen. They have been doing a really, really good job of holding the Bishop Mac linemen. Looks like they're going to bring a blitz here.
And a pitch to the outside. And it is swallowed up with no gain on that play.
Yeah, they handed off to Chris Doherty there, and it looks like that he really got nothing going there.
Chris couldn't get anything going. When they've been running the play, they've just been swallowed up so quick.
Yeah, it's 3rd and short here, and I think they're going to go for it on 4th down because, I mean, what more do you have to lose here?
Losing the ball on downs.
Well, it looks like they have Matt Torres in shotgun.
Formation, so probably looking for a pass.
Looking for a screen here to Chris Doherty.
Chris Doherty
and makes a nice
jukes
juke
around
move.
him, and he gets a first down, and it will be taken down at the 38-yard line.
What a beautiful move from Chris Doherty.
It looked like he was going to fall down. He kept his balance, did a little nice juke move right there to get the first down.
Yeah, it definitely looked like he was going to get taken down there, but it worked just fine.
A great 3rd down conversion right there.
See, the Bulldogs have had a lot more momentum now, and that's what I feel they've needed.
They just need to keep putting touchdowns on the board. It's on goal.
Again, shotgun again for Matt Torres. Looks like they're going to go with the little short pass.
His eyes looking at the left side, and he gets sacked. They lost all of their yardage right there. What a great sack.
What a hit by Joe Pisler, I believe.
As you see, his eyes were not focused on any defenders. His eyes were just locked in on the left side, which made it a lot easier for the defender to just sack him.
Yeah, his eyes were just locked in on the left side of the field looking for some kind of receiver to get open. And he had no idea that lineman was coming, and he came in fast. A huge hit by Bishop Mac.
Huge. They lost all of the yardage that they got from the play before.
It's a 2nd and long. They're back to the line of scrimmage on the
Shotgun
last play.
formation. A throw to Matt Novak. That's going around defenders, and he gets the yards back.
He gets to about the original line of scrimmage. Some really good blocks from the lineman there.
Nice fluid motion by Matt Novak just running through. Seems like a basic waste of 2 downs right there with that sack.
Yeah, that was a tough play, but it's 3rd and 9. I feel like they're maybe going to go with another screen pass, or Matt just might throw it downfield again.
I wouldn't be surprised if Torres does. They're lining up in the shotgun formation right now.
That seems to be what they've been doing all
in
game.
A 4-man rush from the Bishop Mac right here. Matt Torres rolling to his left, looking downfield. And he throws it up, a little ball, and it is caught for another first down for the Bulldogs.
Luke Gentile, the receiver there, he seems to rebound after a tough first quarter.
He just let that come in, and he caught it. Wow, just picking up first downs. 2 key 3rd down conversions on this drive.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, when they seem to have their backs against the wall, they just seem to keep going with it.
They seem to have found their groove. It took a little bit long to get it going, but
yeah, it looks like they got the comeback train going.
Really? Matt Torres looking to the right side. He lobs the ball up. And it is missed. Matt Novak
That's going to be a pass interference on the defense. They're going to get the ball at the 2.
at the 2-yard line right there.
They went with a nice fader out there to Matt Novak, and it looks like they had some pass interference there on the defense.
Matt Novak sold that one pretty good there.
And it is pass interference, a huge momentum boost for the Bulldogs.
All they
Bishop
need to do
Mac seemed
is
to have
just
more-
jam in the run.
Yeah, they've seemed to have more and more penalties as this game is going on. They've struggled to keep their discipline to the start of the first quarter.
And this should help them in getting a
Pass
first down right here.
interference Against the Irish.
Will be first and goal for the Bulldogs right here.
Ball will be spotted at the Bishop Mac 7-yard line. The Bulldogs will have it.
It will be at the 7-yard line here.
And goal.
I could see Matt throwing like a nice little slant route, or they just might hand the ball off.
The good thing about them not being too close, it opens up the field and spreads it out a little bit.
Yeah, so it's not like they know they're going to run the ball or pass the ball. They got a little spread, so they could have some
They
diversity.
could do whatever. Shotgun formation. Eyes down the middle, and is caught for the touchdown.
He had a-
touchdown Bulldogs.
He had Eduardo Pena wide open. A beautiful pass by Matt. He was wide open.
Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. Bulldogs look like they're getting their groove now.
Yeah, the momentum is back on the Bulldog side, and you can hear it from these fans.
The fans are letting them know. Matt Novak will get ready to kick the extra point through.
Yeah, the Bulldogs fans have just been staying on their side, and it seemed to work. And Matt Novak seems to kick the extra point here.
And it is up, and it is good.
An absolute beauty of a kick. And it's
Beauty
now
of a kick.
14-28.
9 remaining in the half. Bishop Mac 28, Riverside Brookfield 14.
28-14 here. They still have a lot of ground to make up. Still 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but the defenses definitely seem to improve.
And they seem to know what they're doing. After the first quarter explosion by Bishop Mac, they seem to just slow down.
But the one problem that the Bulldogs are going to have, which I don't know if they're going to be able to come back from this, is that the fact that Bishop Mac gets the ball to start the second half.
That is true. It's a big advantage if you could have, if they run down the clock, milk it a little bit, and score, they'll get the ball back.
Especially the pressure that the Bulldogs have had to just climb up that huge hill. The fact that they get Bishop Mac gets the ball to start the second half does not help at all.
Does not help at all.
And they have Hunter Ferguson looking to kick the ball to Bishop Mac. Only a freshman. Only freshman on the team.
Kicking the ball a little bit to the 20-yard line. A little bit outside. Juke move inside. Just keep running around. And then he is thrown to the ground
Thrown to the ground.
at the 35-yard line.
They get at the 35, just like they did last drive.
Brought down at the
Pretty good looking kick from Hunter
Irish
and a 15-yard return.
10.
He looked like he was going to get more, but then someone just dragged him.
Yeah, he just got dragged to the ground.
Wasn't surprised they didn't call any penalties here.
Same here. And the
Look.
Bulldogs fans are getting ready to support the defense. You can hear them already.
It wasn't the cleanest tackle I've seen.
No, definitely not the cleanest tackle, but what
It
works
looked like he
works.
just grabbed his shoulder of his jersey and just dragged him.
It looked like it could have been a horse collar, but was not.
Owen Jackson will be lined up in the backfield right here. And a nice handoff to him. Seems to be breaking free, and it takes about 4 defenders to get him down. And it looks like a first down for Bishop Mac.
It looked like he got hurt on the play, but he seems to be all right.
Handoff.
He'll be fine. He probably has taken a lot of those hits.
Yeah, they're saying it's second in like inches.
Second in inches.
Gain is out
Shouldn't be too hard to get a first down here.
45-yard line.
Never know, high snap, fumble, anything can happen here.
Second and 1.
The Bulldogs don't seem to be expecting rush here.
Nice little run. He gets about 4 yards on the play and a first down.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, 4-yard rush for Bishop Mac for a first down, and I don't think that play could have gone better for Bishop Mac.
Stops the swipe back.
He seems a lot more tired than he did in the first quarter.
Ball is spotted at
First quarter, he just broke free and
49, First and 10, Irish.
used a lot of his energy there.
Yeah, Bishop Mac seems to be getting a little more tired, which is a huge momentum burst for the Bulldogs.
But Bishop Mac, they're still moving the ball pretty effortlessly.
Oh yeah, other than
drive.
that last drive, they've been moving the ball effortlessly, and it looks like they're going to do that again here.
Fake pass, lob up down the field, and it is caught.
And it is caught by Bishop Mack. What
a great catch.
Hiller's pass is
a
complete.
beautiful
great
throw and a better catch.
By Manny Harris. Manny Harris just looked that one in down the sidelines.
Yeah, he just beat the corner on that play, and he had him wide open.
Down to the Riverside
Such a great throw on the money right
18-yard
there.
line. That's good for a Bishop Mack
Couldn't be
first
a better
down,
play
first and
than they
10
could have
at the Bulldogs
envisioned.
18.
Yeah, the Bulldogs need a turnover here. Their defense, which seems to have been struggling so far, they need a turnover here.
Lining up, looking for another one. Goes to the fullback, who gets a pretty good amount of yards. Almost picking up the first down right there.
If not getting there, he got really close to a 1st and goal for Bishop Mack.
Really close. See how effortlessly they moved the ball down in such little time. It's almost been a minute since they started their drive.
Yeah, they started the drive just when it looked like the Bulldogs had all the momentum in the world. Bishop Mack just took it right back from them.
This is a huge momentum killer right here. Drives like these. And he gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage
And
right
they
there.
stop him short, but there is a flag on the play, however.
Jackson, the ball carrier, penalty flag on the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's on the defense right there.
I wouldn't be either, but it looks like it might have been a holding.
Anything would help the Bulldogs at this point. That would go.
And
their
it was
way.
a holding on the offense.
So they'll move back even more.
Yeah, instead of like a 3rd and like 2, it brings up like a 2nd and 11.
Yep. Should be a good look for the Bulldogs right here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a run combination right here.
I think a play that might work for Bishop Mack here is a play action pass. They're already pinned up kind of deep.
They've run a few of those plays and they have worked.
Yeah, they seem to work really well for Bishop Mack, so why stop now?
Or why stop their run, which has been so effective. And he breaks free a little bit and gets about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, it broke free but got to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Hiller on the quarterback keeper.
So they have good position to get stopped right here.
Gain is down to the Bulldogs.
A huge play for the Bulldogs would be like a pick or a fumble.
That would be a huge momentum booster right here.
And I feel like Bishop Mack, with not too much time left and 10 yards to get, they might try and force a pass, and it might not work out well for them.
They may. It looks like they're milking the clock though right now.
Yeah, with the Bulldogs having momentum, they don't want them to score again this half.
They don't want the Bulldogs to even have the ball this half. He's rolling to the right. Nice little pass.
It is
he'll
caught
get the
by Owen
first down.
Jackson.
Hiller to Jackson.
That's a first down.
complete.
Owen Jackson has been such a beast today.
Yeah, he's been doing it effortlessly.
1st and goal right here. He's been such an effective receiver, effective runner, effective all around.
Ball is spotted at the Bulldog 8-yard line. 1st and goal.
First and goal for Bishop Mack right here,
Brookfield,
with
8.
about 52 seconds left on the
Yeah, with the ball at
half.
the 8, the Bulldogs wouldn't need a huge play by the defense to prevent them from scoring.
Bishop Mack is probably going to come with a run right here because they don't want the Bulldogs to get the ball back. And another run, running through, and it looks like he's in.
Harris.
And he is in. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Bishop Mack.
There's by Manny Harris. Just when it looked like the Bulldogs had momentum,
Already,
Bishop Mack steals it right
they
back.
just responded.
Score.
They're going to look to put the extra point through. The Bulldogs just lost all the momentum that they thought they had.
Definitely.
See how fast you could lose momentum in this game? It's crazy.
Yeah, football's a huge swing of emotions. Just when you think you have momentum, you don't.
And another perfect kick. She's
Foul
been
here,
just
extra point,
getting
10
perfect
up
kicks
and
the whole
good.
game.
46 seconds remaining in the first half. Bishop Mack 35.
Now the
40
Bulldogs need a huge drive here.
14.
They don't have a lot of time to work with, only 46 seconds right here. Not a lot of time at all. They have to get some big plays right here.
Yeah, maybe run some post routes to get out of bounds and try
Any
and score
kind of
here.
touchdown here would be huge going into the locker room.
Yeah, and they need Bishop Mack to get some penalties here on this drive just to not only stop time, but to move him upfield.
I could see Bishop Mack in a man-to-man or a zone coverage right here preventing the deep threat.
I could definitely see that the Bulldogs try and get 10, 15 yards, but not scoring. I wouldn't be shocked to see him go with a squib kick either.
I wouldn't either. If I was Bishop Mac, I would play more for the deep threat right here, because they're not going to do too much
Yeah,
short
Matt.
stuff.
Yeah, Matt has definitely proven that he can throw the ball downfield, and I don't think Bishop Mac would want that.
Not at all. Little time left. Little time to do anything. Luke Gentile is back deep.
Alex Willis is going to kick it off.
Still waiting for the whistle. Looks like a man from the bench took quite a long time to get there. Maybe not knowing he was in the game.
Yeah, he definitely didn't seem ready to come on the field.
Should be at all times. Luke Gentile catches it at the 8-yard line. Looking through his defenders. A little juke move, another juke move inside. He gets past the defenders, and he'll be down at the 34-yard line. What a great return by Luke Gentile.
Yeah, huge move by Luke Gentile, giving him really good field position.
Those few juke moves look really clean right there.
First and 10, Riverside, Brookfield.
37 seconds left in the quarter. And in the half. Such a great return right there. Elusive running right there.
Yeah, but it took 10 seconds to get that return off, and you don't have that kind of time, especially with 1 minute left in the quarter.
And a timeout will be taken.
Notice an equipment timeout. Looked like one of the Bishop Mac defenders just didn't have his pads on right.
You gotta make sure your equipment's on right.
Yeah, I really don't see how hard it is to do that.
Put on your jersey.
Empty backfield. And
And a
throws
little
to the
short
outside.
pass right there, and it is Nick Novak is tackled fairly quickly.
But probably the worst possible situation there for the Bulldogs, because not only do you knock it out of bounds, but you only gain like 1 yard.
It's not beneficial at all.
It's a timeout by Bishop Mac.
Not sure why Bishop Mac would take a
Timeout
Timeout right here.
Bishop Mac.
If they just want the clock to run out, I would have just let it keep running. Probably expecting something from the Bulldogs, some kind of trickery or something. Wouldn't be surprised. They're still discussing which scheme they'll go with. I would assume there would be a deep ball. There would be a 3-man rush by Bishop Mac. That's what I would see right here.
Yeah,
They would bring 2 safeties back.
I wouldn't be shocked to see a prevent defense with 2 or maybe 3 safeties up there in the backfield for Hail Mary.
Yep, and they'll bring the linebackers towards the middle and a little bit back.
But if you're in that deep of a defense, it might be a little too early for that, because the Bulldogs could easily go for a little like slam route, go for 10, 15, 20 yards before getting out of bounds and throwing another Hail Mary.
But the thing is, would they trust their kicker to kick that long of a field goal?
No.
Exactly. Matt Torres is rolling to his right, a little throw to the sideline, and Matt Novak drops the ball.
Yeah, he had it then dropped it, but that might have been
Very low throw right there.
Yeah, but that might have been the best situation for the Bulldogs there, because if he would have caught that, he wouldn't have been out of bounds and time would have started running. But the Bulldogs do have a timeout, so a little costly that he didn't catch that there.
A little bit costly. They only have 13 seconds to work with now. Matt Torres getting word from the coach on what he's going to do.
Yeah, they got
Right now it looks like they're going to have a 3-man rush with 2 safeties back.
Yeah, they have 2 safeties back, 1 especially back. Yeah, Damian Thornton is way back in the backfield.
Way back. He's rolling to his right. Matt, he gets it to Nick Novak right here, and he's quickly swallowed up, and it looks like time.
It's caught by Nick Novak, and a timeout called by the Bulldogs.
Quick timeout right there.
Now it looks like the Bulldogs are going to have either 1 or 2 plays to decide on what they want to
Probably
do
one
here.
more play right here.
Bulldogs.
They're going to probably send their defenders deep or try to go for a little short pass and see if some magic happens. Definitely Bishop Mac will play some kind of zone coverage right here.
Penalty flag on the field.
And the flag on the Bulldogs for
Penalty is against the Bulldogs, holding.
Yeah, very late flag there. And
I don't understand why they would discuss holding after like 10 seconds after the play.
yeah, they have it at the 20 now. It's going to be nearly impossible for them to get a huge play off, but I've seen stranger things happen.
That's one of the strangest things I've seen. The play's been over for a while. Why throw the flag?
Yeah, definitely a late call from the refs.
That only messes with the coaches from Riverside. I don't think that was a very reasonable call.
Seems like the Bulldogs are ready, but Bishop Mac isn't.
Let's get them players on the field. Do you see the coaches down on the Bulldogs side, and they look so confused why they got the call so late?
Yeah, they don't seem pretty happy about it either.
I wouldn't be either. I don't think anybody would be happy with such a late call as that. Except for Bishop Mac. Gave him a little gift. Early Christmas for them.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Bishop Mac, like 4 months earlier.
Yeah, it's way too early for those gifts. There's no Christmas tree out, so they shouldn't be giving those free flags.
Oh no, I don't see any Christmas trees yet.
They're still growing.
Oh, they hand it off to Luke Gentile.
He has a lot of open field to work with.
And there's a flag.
Another flag.
Looks like it's going to be
But it
holding
looks
on.
like time will be expired.
It looks like that's going to be end of the first half.
Looks like it will be the end of the first half, unless if it's on the defense, they'll probably run one more play.
It definitely does not look like it's on the defense.
Probably some kind of holding.
Maybe blocking the back. No, it's going to be a holding, and that's going to be the end of the half.
End of the first half right here.
The score will be Irish 35, Bulldogs 14. Stay tuned for more Bulldogs action at the start of the second half.
Welcome back to the RBTV Game of the Week. I'm Isaac Navarro with Sam Egan. And wow, that first half had a lot of eventful. So many touchdowns, a total of 7 touchdowns in the game so far.
Yeah, I
But
think
Bishop Mac, they've been just running up the score right now. Already 35 points in the first half. That is a crazy offensive explosion that we saw so far.
I think it's been a crazy first half, especially for Bishop Mac offensively. Getting the ball back to start the second half and having 35 points.
There is no defense in this game.
Yeah, 6 drives, 5 touchdowns for Bishop Mac. And it's been a huge part by Owen Jackson, who's been just carrying the load for Bishop Mac, run after run after run. He's had so many huge runs for Bishop Mac that has led them to a huge start.
They've been ending up to complement that with a few trickery passing plays, which is nice.
Yeah, they've had some nice play action plays, and I think the best part of Bishop Mac's offense is how they went off to such a huge start in the first quarter. They dropped 28 in the first quarter with only 4 drives and not even getting the ball first.
But you saw it. Towards the end of the half, RB started to get on a roll and get their own groove going.
Yeah, they started to get some momentum there towards the start of the second half, or they started the second quarter, and they just kept it going through the second quarter, but it seemed a little too late for the Bulldogs.
Well, they were very evenly matched up in the second quarter. Just in this first quarter, Bishop Mac just exploded. There was no answer for them whatsoever.
Yeah, the Bulldogs' defense didn't seem ready at all for that rush defense from Bishop Mac, and because of it, they just fell in the hole early, and it's hard to dig yourself out of that huge hole.
The Bulldogs started this game so flat-footed. That's what's kept them down.
Yeah, with Bishop Mac getting the ball to start the second half, I think it's going to be a struggle of a second half, but the Bulldogs have come back from bigger deficits before, and hopefully they can do it again.
Coming with all of them with fresh sets out of the locker room, Bishop Mac getting the ball. They'll be likely looking to running the ball right here.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to a game in 2016 against Wheaton Academy where they were down 28 at halftime and they came back and won. So definitely could happen for the Bulldogs.
Manny Harris is deep for Bishop Mac.
Hunter Ferguson is the kicker for the Bulldogs to start the second half.
And the second half is underway. The ball is kicked.
Nice looking kick from Hunter.
And it looks like one of the Bishop Mac cut a guy off, running to the outside, looking for his options. A little bit move inside, and 3 defenders end up taking him down.
Yeah, they had no one on the near side of the field, and because of it, Bishop Mac just found a huge hole and gained more yards than they definitely should have.
I felt like he shouldn't have really caught that ball. It looked like Harris was right behind him and in a better position to get that kickoff return going.
Yeah, for sure, but what works for Bishop Mac, and it seems to be working so far.
That is true, but sometimes you got to be careful so you don't run out of some problems. And it looks like they're set up for the run. And another big run right here. And a nice 7-8 yard run.
And it looks like Owen Jackson has not slowed down since the start of this second half. He came out with the first rush of the second half and
it was a very clean, nice rush.
2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 right here. Bishop Mac.
Yeah, they have Owen Jackson in the backfield again. Looks like they're going to hand it to him again.
No,
nope. Nope.
It's a little fake.
They're gonna throw it.
A nice lob up downfield. And it is caught by Harris. And what a great play right there.
Pass is complete.
And he is definitely shaken up right there. He's going to go see the trainers right now.
Yeah, he was wide open, but
his left knee is bothering him a little bit. He's walking on it, so nothing too serious. Nothing more than a sprain.
Hopefully nothing too serious. He looked like to be limping off on that play. Seemed to land very awkwardly on that.
Well, since he's able to apply pressure to it, nothing serious will happen.
But I think that's a huge loss for Bishop Mac. Definitely their top receiver and a huge return man for them. And if he can't come back this game, that's going to be a huge loss for Bishop Mac.
But they still have a lot of points to work with.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Owen Jackson with the ball again. He's busting through the defense again with an 8-yard gain.
Gets another like 8 or 9 yard rush, and that's basically been the story of him all game.
Man, I want to see his averages after this game. That would be crazy.
Yeah, his rushing yards have just been insane so far.
Just racking up run after run. He's keep on grinding through this game. Absolute workhorse right here.
And the Bulldogs defense, which has seemed to do a really good job of forcing turnovers, has not forced one all game. Bishop Mack has done a great job of ball control.
Ball control is a big key.
Yeah, they haven't really had too many big risks.
Another fullback run right here. He's going to the outside and bulldozes over someone. And he'll be down at the 10-yard line.
And it looks
And
like
someone
a Bulldog
is
hurt on the
definitely
play.
down. A Bulldog is down.
Magruder, the ball carrier.
And he is definitely shaken up pretty bad right there.
It looks like number 44, Eduardo Pena, but I'm not too sure, but that's who it looks like.
Looks like he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he just got trucked on that last play.
Trainers of RB going over to help him.
Again, hoping it's nothing too serious, but it does not look good.
Probably some upper body injury right here. He's being rolled over, which, just by the way he's looking, maybe he got knocked out or something.
Yeah, never a good sign. You hate to see this. Whichever team you root for, it's hard to see injuries.
Always hard to see injuries. He definitely
And looks like
will be taken out for a little while.
looks like the Bulldogs. And it was Eduardo Pena, but he seems to be walking off the field. Just a little shaken up.
He'll probably go through a concussion test right now.
Yeah, more than likely he will. But this is good for the Bulldogs. I mean, injuries are never good, obviously. But it gives the defense a chance to regroup. And with Bishop Mack just driving it up their throats, I think that's what the Bulldogs need, just a little break. And Eddie chants are roaming through the stadium
Right now.
First
for
and
Eduardo
goal at the
Pena,
9.
who is the injured Bulldog in the play.
A little toss to Owen Jackson. He goes to the outside and he gets stuffed up, and he breaks a tackle before he's taken down.
Yeah, Owen
Jackson,
Jackson
the ball
got a
carrier.
very nice block there. Looks like he was going to get taken down at the 10 for a loss, but he just kept running, got a nice low block.
Such a workhorse. He pushes through everybody. So physical and strong the way he plays.
Gain is down to the Bulldog 5-yard line. First,
The
second
ball will
and
be
goal
placed at the 5-yard
5.
line, so they're in very good position to score.
Yeah, I think Bishop Mack is in field goal range, and even if they don't
Definitely
score
in
here,
field
they're
goal
going to go for a
range.
field
This is
goal.
a chip shot right here.
I mean, in high school, you never know with chip shots. You never know with your kicker.
Well, the kicker's been looking solid, so looks like a chip shot for her.
But it's still second down. Bishop Mack could easily score in this play.
Nice little handoff, but he is stopped.
Yeah, Owen Jackson,
Jackson stopped.
a
for no
rare
gain.
stop from the Bulldogs defense on him. He's just been lights out for them so far. And probably one of the, if not the smallest rushes of the game for him.
Donegan in on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Not much rushes that could be lower than 0 yards.
Third and goal.
Maybe get
from the
negative
5.
yards. That'd help us a little bit.
Negative yards would definitely help. They've been so effective on third downs today, Bishop Mack. He seemed to be effortlessly converting them.
Yeah, Eduardo Pena would be a huge player to have on the field right now. Huge linebacker for the Bulldogs, but he's not out there right now.
Fake handoff right there.
And he's
No,
open.
and
What a
he
hit.
drops it.
No, they're
Hit
going to roll it
Jordan free.
incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Incomplete pass and out.
What a hit. And that looks like an injured Bishop Mack player now.
Now he's shaken up.
It looks like number 43, Brendan Courtney. I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
He took a shot to his stomach.
A beautiful hit by the Bulldog defender. Very clean hit, but always a tough one to take. Yeah, it is number 43, Brendan Courtney.
Trainer's coming there for Bishop Mack.
Yeah, it's going to be a fourth down.
Similar situation to what Eduardo Pena is facing.
Yeah, might have a concussion. Again, you hate to see injuries. We had none in the first half, which we're thankful for, but 2 in the second half in this opening drive. And
Well, it's going to be a
Very
part
hard
of
to see.
football, a physical game. There's going to be bound to people getting hurt.
yeah, football's a very physical game. And he looks like he's getting up, and he's just going to walk it off, but he doesn't look too good.
Big thing that they'll look for right here is dizziness.
And the fans will give him a nice round of applause. And here comes the defense for fourth down.
Trying to look for a stop or a block field goal depending on which unit comes out.
Bishop Mack looks like they're coming out and looks like they're going to go for it.
They're going for it.
Yeah, they have Tyler Hiller out there. Looks like they're going to go for it.
It's an interesting decision, but it may be smart because
Especially with the wind tonight, that's going to be a hard kick for a kicker.
maybe. He's
gonna
rolling
throw
to
it.
his right. Nice one thrown into the end zone and caught by Owen Jackson.
Owen Jackson,
Penalty flag on the field.
another huge play
A
for a
flag
touchdown.
is down.
But there is a flag.
You got to wait up. Maybe on Bishop Mac for some holding because he got such good blocks down there, it looked like.
Oh, false start before the play. That's a
False
huge
start.
play for the Bulldogs.
Huge play. Surprised that wasn't thrown before the play.
Yeah. Late flag by the officials. That's the second time they've done that this game.
They'll be moved back 5 yards to the 10-yard line.
That will cost Bishop Mac
And that helps
5
the
yards,
Bulldogs a little
bring
bit
it back
because
to the
you never know if
10.
they're going to run past it.
It looks like they're going to
the
bring out the
5.
field goal unit now.
Yeah, they're bringing out the field goal unit. This is going to be a tough kick for Claudia
Bishop Mac
Delager.
into attempt a field goal.
About a 22-yard kick from here.
It looks like there's
And
movement
another
along the
flag
line.
right here.
On the field.
That one might look like there's on the Bulldogs.
Maybe neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the head ref is talking to the official right now.
Penalty is
And it's a penalty on Bishop Mac right here.
Yeah, and the fans seem to be very happy about that
illegal
penalty.
procedure. That'll cost them 5.
Now it's going to be a 27-yard kick from here.
Just moving them back on these crucial false start penalties, and this is going to be a pretty hard kick.
32-yard field goal.
That's a 32-yard kick,
32-yard kick from there.
and
It is
it
It looks short, and it is short.
short
No
and
good.
wide left.
Field goal attempt
Like I
is
said,
No
it's going to
good.
be tough to kick tonight with the wind.
Take over.
And as you could tell, that ball just wasn't carrying. No good.
First and 10.
No good, no good.
That's a huge best case scenario for the Bulldogs there because now that they get the ball,
Penalties were their gifts.
yeah, like we were saying earlier, Bishop Mac got some Christmas gifts on a holding penalty towards the end of the second half. The Bulldogs just got theirs. Merry Christmas from RBTV.
A little bit premature for that.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About 4 months.
Yeah, about 4 months away.
Well, they found their name tag right on the tree. They won the big prize.
Yeah, they were peeking their stocking a little early, but it worked.
Now Matthew Torres in the shotgun formation with one runner in the backfield.
Yeah, that's Chris Doherty.
He's looking towards the left side and throws it to Luke Gentile, who does a little juke move and gets a little bit more and is down around the 37-yard line.
Gain from Luke Gentile.
38-yard line. That's good for a Bulldog first down.
Good first down right
First
there.
and 10 Bulldogs from their own
Great play
38.
right there. Now it's time to just chip away, chip away.
And the Bulldogs need that because their defense would seem to be out there for a pretty long time, and they just need their defense to rest.
Yep. Bishop Mac milked a lot of clock right here.
Another shotgun pass. This is going to be a screen pass
Oh,
to
and
Chris
it is
Doherty.
dropped.
Torres pass.
Dropped. It was right there in the hands.
Intended
Just
for
couldn't get a
Doherty,
feel with it.
incomplete.
Yeah, he wasn't exactly ready. He didn't have his feet planted, and he looked like he was just ready to take off with the ball.
Second and 10
He was
from the
definitely in
Riverside
position, though,
Brookfield,
to
38-yard
break
line.
free and get a good amount of yardage. Now the Bulldogs will have to reset and see what they're going to do on second and 10.
Looks like they're going to go in the shotgun formation again. Not sure if they're going to run with Chris Doherty.
There hasn't been too many runs today.
Matt tried forcing them offsides, couldn't do so.
And Torres, a quick pass to the outside to Luke Gentile. Luke Gentile breaks for a few more yards. Breaks another tackle.
He gets
He's down at the first down.
There is a flag on the play,
Penalty
however.
flag on the field.
Looks like it's going to be holding on the Bulldogs. And there's some scrappiness going down there, some pushing and shoving.
They just wouldn't let go of Luke Gentile's jersey.
And there is an injured Bishop
Injured
Mac
player on the field. He's shaking up bad.
It looks like they're pointing on a holding on the offense, and it is a costly penalty for the Bulldogs after a huge gain.
It's crazy just seeing all the injuries happening in this third quarter.
All the injuries, all the penalties. It's been a very sloppy third quarter.
Penalties against the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Holding.
Teams haven't been doing much.
Definitely not. It looked like Bishop Mac was just going to get a really good drive going, and then the Bulldogs defense, with some help and some penalties, stopped them.
And it looks like the Bulldogs were starting to get some of their groove, and they lost it too.
The Bishop Mac player seems to be okay.
They're moving back pretty far.
A 10-yard loss, that's going to put them at, I believe, the 28.
Such a big loss right here.
Bring the ball back to the Riverside Brookfield.
It's going to be a long second down right here.
Yes, but the Bulldogs, I think they're going to try and press too much and get it all in one play. They don't need to. They just maybe need to get like a 10, 15-yard play.
Just need to chip away at some yards right here. We'll make a manageable third down right here.
No shock here. Matt Torres is in the shotgun.
Another quick pass which is swatted down
This
by a
screen
defensive
pass
lineman.
is deflected by Andrew Arsenault.
He saw that play coming in, read the quarterback's eyes right away.
Yeah, he read that from a mile away.
Bulldogs have been seeming to run that little quick screen right there a lot of the game. They need to change it up a little bit right here. It's been more of the same. This is how the Bulldogs were in the first quarter.
Same formation as it has been pretty much all game.
3-man rush for Bishop Mac. Torres looking to the right side, a little short pass. And Matt Novak gets tackled pretty quickly. Fourth down, and the punting unit will likely come out.
There's a good play call there, but it just went nowhere. Matt Novak had nowhere to go after being met by some defenders.
I was surprised with that 3-man rush. They didn't try to do a little bit more.
Yeah, they should have tried throwing the ball downfield, maybe 10, 15 yards.
Gain of 2.
2-yard gain. Yeah, that's not going to chip away. That's only going to chip away at your time.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like they're going to punt it.
They're definitely going to punt it. There's nothing they could do right now. It would need to be a miracle.
Luke Gentile is going to be the punter.
Catches the punt, hooks it in, and it's a nice boot downfield.
And he gets drilled. Fumble on the play.
Fumble.
But it is recovered by Bishop Mac. A huge hit by the Bulldogs. Matt Novak almost got there in time to recover
it out,
but they couldn't. What a huge hit from the Bulldogs.
What a great hit by Matt Novak right there. He just floored him.
That would have been a huge play for the Bulldogs if they somehow recovered that.
For sure. But the Bulldogs didn't have anybody else running there. Matt Novak got down there so fast, though, and so quickly.
I don't know how he got up to recover that.
I thought he got the wind knocked out of him first.
I thought so, too. It's timeout by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs defense looks like they need to look it over and talk it over.
That was such a huge hit. Man, I'm surprised the ball didn't go farther.
Yeah, that was such a huge hit by the Bulldogs.
It's crazy.
Just been a prime example of how sloppy this third quarter has been.
I was surprised he didn't just call for a fair catch or something.
Yeah, I saw him just darting down the field. And I don't think he saw him because he didn't signal for a fair catch. If I see someone like that come right at me just looking to pound me, I would just immediately just call for the fair catch. But I don't think he saw him coming.
Yeah. You could see his eyes were just focused on the football, tracking that in. And Matt was just ready to unload that hit.
Which, as a returner, you should do. You should always have your eyes on the ball.
First and 10, Bishop Mac.
Because
their own 28.
The defender just came out of nowhere on the right hash.
Shotgun. A lob up to the right side, and it is dropped.
It is dropped. The Bulldogs had 12 players on the field there, but I don't think the officials noticed.
Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Christian Jurado just came onto the field a little too early.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't think he was like supposed to come out for this play, but he came out a little prematurely. Luckily, the officials didn't see him.
Yeah, they got away with one right there.
Definitely a huge break for the Bulldogs because that penalty would have been very costly. Now
They
that brings up a second and
10.
10.
Definitely got away with one. Bad substitution. They got away with it.
Yeah, horrible communication
Little
there by the
pitch.
Bulldogs.
He's going around. He's breaking free. Pushing him, and then he's out of bounds. Nice run by Owen Jackson right there. Keep on doing what he's been doing all day long.
Eduardo Pena was with the tackle there. He's down again. He just got hurt, but looked like he came back in the game. He looked fine, but now he's hurt again. He's holding the back of his head, looks like.
Yeah, he probably won't play too much of the game.
I think that's going to be the end of his night. Getting injured for the second straight time, that's not looking good. And the training staff is looking at him right now.
Training staff doing their job right here. The cameramen's getting their pictures for it.
You hate to see these kind of injuries, though. And the Bulldogs bench is looking to comfort him.
48.
Out in the shotgun formation. It's another run. And he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 1 or 2 yards back.
Yeah, Joshua Dunnigan was the Bulldogs lineman who got to him. Been a very quiet night for that entire defensive line. But
defensive line finally broke through and did something.
Yeah, he just broke through the Bishop Mac offensive line.
He did.
Back to the 47-yard line.
That's a play we haven't seen too often today.
No, not at all.
Got another play out of their playbook.
Or Pena is still down on the sideline.
And their shotgun formation right here. Receiver in motion to the left side. And there's a flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be a false start. Or maybe a delay a game.
False start on the offense.
Against Bishop Mac.
Yeah, legal procedure.
Cost the Irish 5.
The receiver didn't get to its spot in time. They snapped it premature.
Yeah, Bishop Mac, who had a very well-disciplined first half, or first quarter, they seemed to be very undisciplined.
They're very slowed down after.
Yeah, they slowed down, played a lot more sloppy, had a lot more penalties in the second and third quarter.
They're starting to sleep a little bit.
Good news for the Bulldogs, Eduardo Pena is up, though, on the sideline.
Yep, finally getting up, but his night's definitely over.
Yeah, those injuries are definitely tough to see.
They're going to keep him out. Bishop Mac running the shotgun formation again. He's looking downfield towards the left side, and it is caught by Harris. He's keep on running, and it looks like he's just short of the first down.
Looks like he may have got it.
May have got it.
To Harris.
Yeah, Harris
looks
had
like they may measure it a little bit,
Harris
and the chains will be moving.
Yeah, that's the first down. Harris had no one on him within 10, 15 yards, and there's no safety near him.
Then he just hustled his way down for the first down.
Gain is down to the Bulldogs.
This looks like
line.
much more of the Bishop Mac we saw from the first half.
Oh, for sure.
Running the shotgun formation right now. We haven't seen too many runs this second half from them. Nice short pass, and it is incomplete.
It just rolls onto the Bishop Mac sideline. A very sloppy-looking play.
Looked like it kind of just slipped out of his hands and never got a good grip on it.
Pass is incomplete. Second down.
2nd and 10 for Bishop Mac.
Second down from the Bulldog 42.
The Bulldogs just need to stop right here. You got to make sure they don't score like last time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Last time they had a huge stop on defense, on the goal line defense, but they don't want to have them down at the 5 so they can get the ball at the 15. Bulldogs are looking for something quicker.
Looking for some quick stuff right here. In the shotgun formation. Size looking downfield. A nice lob up for Harris, and it is caught for the touchdown.
What
Bishop
a
Mac.
play from Bishop Mac. Just a beautiful looking throw to Harris. And
Harris has been one of their best receivers here today.
Oh, for sure. And you couldn't have drawn that up any better if you tried. That was a beautiful
Harris
throw.
and Owen Jackson, they've been running up the score for Bishop Mac. Now it's 41-14. Man, Bishop Mac just ran up that score so high.
Yeah, we predicted them that they would run up the score enough if we weren't careful, and they were not careful.
They were not careful at all. Find it interesting how they're bringing a little T to the field for the extra points.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The kick is up, and it is good. Another good kick. Man, her leg must be killing her right now. 6 extra points already.
She definitely seems like she has the leg for a long field goal, that 32-yard field goal that she missed. I think the problem for her was that it was on the left hash, and with the wind blowing to the left side, the wind just took it.
You guys can fight over there. What is it? Poison. Oh, it's a sandwich. I don't want it.
I don't want it. I don't want it. Who wants a sub?
And they're discussing a timeout right now.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs are just discussing what they're going to do on this drive.
For the next game plan.
It looked like when they were coming out at halftime, when they'd get the ball next, they'd just have a great drive, just drive it up their throats, passing it really well. But the Bulldogs seem to struggle with that, and with that holding penalty, that just really, really cost them.
Bishop Mac, even when they've been looking flat today, still been able to produce. They've been producing all day and all night.
Just when we thought their offense was pretty much done, they just came back out of nowhere.
Scored another touchdown.
A little squib kick there.
They're running it down towards the outside, and he is tackled down around the 36-yard line.
Daniel
Nice
Hiller just like lowered his shoulder and just kept trucking for yards.
Like a train, just running through everything. And the Bulldogs will be looking to get their offense started, which their offense has been non-existent except for that second quarter.
Yeah, but this is a really good field position for the Bulldogs and a perfect time for them to take advantage.
It is a perfect time for them to take advantage. In the shotgun formation is the Bulldogs as they look to the right side. A little good pass up to Nick Novak. Nick Novak catches the ball, and he'll be tackled around the 33-yard line.
Matt Torres had him wide open and a beautiful throw from Matt Torres.
Matt Torres. An even better catch by Nick Novak. Getting past the defenders, running that pretty route, and catching the ball to get big yardage for the RB Bulldogs.
That was just a beautiful run route. Just a beautiful executed play.
Torres in the shotgun formation again. Zai's looking downfield, and the ball is intercepted. Picked off for the first time today, and he will be down at the 33. First turnover of the day. What a big interception.
Tyler Hiller, the quarterback, also out there on defense and had the pick. However, there is a flag on the field.
Nice pick right there. Will the Bulldogs get their mistake back?
For how sloppy this game has been, that's the first turnover all game.
If it's on Bishop Mac, then the offense is going to stay right out there.
It might come back, but it looks like the defense is heading onto the field.
And the penalty was on the defense, so wow.
Yeah, it is on the Bulldogs. Very unfortunate, and that'll
So now that's going to get even better field position for Bishop Mac.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
Again.
He was the fullback on the play. He hasn't seen too much action tonight, but when he has, he seems to be doing pretty solid.
It seems now Bishop Mac is not trying to break out these big plays. They're just trying to get these smaller plays to just keep on milking this clock. Because they already have a huge lead over the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they have a huge lead. It's starting to get late at night. They have a long drive home. I'm sure they don't want to keep passing the ball and stopping the clock.
Yep, they want to get home and get some rest. They've done their job, and wow, the score has been run up. Another run. Oh, and a nice spin move. And then he'll be out. About a 4-yard gain right there.
Beautiful move by Owen Jackson.
Oh, he's a little bit shaken up. Probably get a little tingle, that's all.
Yeah, he's going to be taken out of the game. It doesn't look like he's happy to be taken out of the game, but Bishop Mac is going to take him out of the game.
He looks a little bit disappointed by being taken out.
Yeah, but they need to preserve him for future games. He's such a huge weapon for them. That'd be a huge loss for Bishop Mac.
That would be true. He breaks out with so many big runs for Bishop Mac. Bulldogs have had not much response to the offense.
Yeah, good looking second quarter, but this third quarter,
They've been coming out flat.
yeah, they've been flat like they were in the first quarter.
And another run, and he breaks free a little bit, and it looks like he's almost or has gotten the first down.
Yeah, Damian Thornton he's since Owen Jackson is out, Damian Thornton is now going to be running it as their fullback. And I think they're going to go to their fullback a lot more.
Bishop Mac has such an effective running game. They must take a lot of pride in that and practice it a lot because their run has been so effective today and almost unstoppable.
Yeah, they're definitely more of a run-first team, and because of it, they've just been running it up their throats. They haven't thrown the ball too much today, as you
But
can
when
tell.
they have thrown the ball, it's been effective because the running game has been going.
It's because the Bulldogs aren't expecting to pass too much.
And Harris is lining up in the backfield in the running back position, which is easy. Nice pitch to Harris. Harris with his elusive skills.
What a burst of speed, even to get
Gets a few yards right there, about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Ball carrier is brought down by Doherty. Gain is down to the Bulldog 24.
Their running has been
Gain
so
of
nice
4,
today.
2nd and 6.
No matter what they do, pitches, handoffs, whatever they do.
Yeah, no matter what they do, it's been working for them.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Oh, for sure.
They do it. This offense is just so good.
And Harris is in the backfield again.
Maybe another toss, probably a handoff though. Outside
they're gonna
handoff,
hand
he
it off.
cuts back in, and he breaks free a little bit, and then he runs into one of his linemen and gets stopped.
Even when it looks like they're just about to go down, he just
And
stays
another
up.
first
There's
down
the
for
ball
Bishop
carrier.
Mac.
Brought down by
They're
the
just
Bulldog
moving the
Bulldogs.
chains.
Yeah, they've just been running it up their throats this drive. Have they even thrown it?
Maybe
Ball
once.
is spotted at the 15-yard
Maybe once.
line.
It's
They've
been
been
such a long
milking out the
drive.
clock, and it looks like they're probably going to just let it run out for the quarter.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to run it out the quarter, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
So out of the gate, Bishop Mac is just
And that
trying to
play
milk the
will
clock.
mark the end of
They've
the third
executed by
quarter.
scoring a touchdown
With
this
the
half.
score, Bishop Mac 42,
But the Bulldogs,
Riverside
what they
Brookfield
needed to do,
14.
they haven't executed. They came out flat out of the locker
At
room.
this time, Riverside
No
Brookfield
momentum at
High
all.
School would
Yeah, the
like to
Bulldogs just look
officially
dejected. They
recognize
just
the
seemed
efforts
like
and
they have no
dedication
momentum.
of the parent-teacher
They
organization,
looked defeated
the
before
Music Sponsors Club,
they even
and
came
the
out of the
Booster
locker
Club.
room.
They looked
Their
defeated.
selfless
Just looked like
leadership
Bishop
and
Mac had
commitment
them,
of time
and they had their backs
benefits
against the
all
walls.
students, faculty, and staff.
I didn't
And
think
for
they
that, we are truly
they were ready to
appreciative.
come back.
Please join us in a round of applause.
They weren't ready
to
at
thank
all.
These organizations for all that they do for Riverside Brookfield High
Bishop
School.
Mac just using their powerhouse running, with complementing with a few nice passing plays.
Yeah, Bishop Mac being a huge running team with Owen Jackson, Damian Thornton, and they haven't even been out there the last few plays. It's just all been Manny Harris, and even he's been running the ball really well.
Harris has been a beast, receiving the ball, making some nice acrobatic catches. Bishop
Yeah.
Mac has a lot of good athletes on this team.
Harris and Jackson have just been huge for them.
Very huge. Looks like they're in a running formation right here.
They've just seemed to do everything right tonight against this Bulldogs defense.
The ball is handed to Owen Jackson, and he is stuffed. We haven't said that
Ball
much
carrier
today.
No, we
at
have
the
not
line
said
of
it.
scrimmage,
And I think he
dropped
got a
for
negative.
loss.
Negative yards.
Yeah, that's crazy. He hasn't really seemed to do that all night.
I think we've only been
Moody
said he's
on
been
the
stuffed
stop
like
for the
3
Bulldogs.
times.
Maybe 3 or 4 times. Definitely not a lot.
He's broken out probably more big runs than he's been
Loss is
stopped.
back to the
And he's coming off the
18-yard
field kind of
line.
limping, so maybe his
2nd
night
and
will be
13.
done.
Maybe they're going to just rest him out for the night.
Which it's a blowout game. I don't see why they would still need to play him.
That is true. Harris will be in the backfield for this one again. And it's a pitch to Harris. Harris look,
What a huge
He's
burst of
pushing
speed
through.
from Harris. He is still up.
and it is close to the first down, or he has it.
Looks like he
Very
got the
close.
first down. Not, he's very, very close, and they
Very,
might give it
very
to the
close.
fullback.
Either inches or a yard or 2.
Gain is down to the Bulldogs'
Very close.
6-yard line.
Harris, he looked a little bit startled when the ball went up to him.
He
You
looked
saw
a
his
little bit
reaction.
startled. It's
But
gonna be
man,
like,
his recovery is good. He has a lot of athleticism, a lot of elusiveness.
yes, and this is gonna be
3rd and
a
1.
3rd and 1. I wouldn't be shocked if they gave it to Damian Thornton. He's been a huge asset for them in these short yardage gains.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a QB sneak in this situation. And one of the fullbacks pushing him through. It's a handoff to Harris. He's looking and goes into the end zone for another touchdown for Bishop Mac.
Yeah, touchdown
Harris, the
Bishop
ball
Mac.
carrier, touchdown, Bishop Mac.
Harris, who hasn't really done much in the running game, he's had a receiving touchdown, but not a
6-yard
running
run
touchdown up until
For
now.
the Irish touchdown.
Now another touchdown. So many touchdowns. The 7th touchdown of the game.
Here comes the 7th extra point. Man, I wish I had this kicker on my fantasy team.
I wish I had a Owen on my fantasy
Downers
team.
in to attempt the extra point.
Man, he would score a lot of points for me. I would be winning. And another
The
extra point is
up and
good.
10:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bishop Mac 49, Riverside Brookfield 14.
What great play from Bishop Mac. Keep on milking this clock down.
Just a great drive, and that was probably best case scenario for Bishop Mac.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit new schemes tried out by the Bulldogs that they haven't really tried out in games now because they're just so far behind and
Yeah.
it would be so hard to catch up.
Maybe
at this
bring in
point.
guys that haven't really played. And it looks like Owen Murphy's in the huddle over there. Looks like they're going to bring him in. They want to just avoid injuries more than they already have with Eduardo Pena, already injured.
Yep. They're probably going to get Owen Murphy some reps right here.
They just want to avoid injury, bring in some backups.
Want to get him some playing time. Getting ready for the kickoff right here. Looks like Matt Novak will be deep, so will Luke Gentile. The Bulldogs await the kickoff. Another low kick right here.
That's a
Caught
booming
by-
line drive kick.
Caught by Luke Gentile. Looking through his options. A little bit of juke move. Getting down to the 40-yard line. What
A very nice looking return.
Very
from
nice
Luke
kick.
Gentile.
A good booming kick. Then an even better return.
Looks like they're going to keep Matt in this game, but put Owen Murphy at wide because Matt Torres is still staying in the game.
Matt Torres just probably giving a few words of encouragement right here to keep the guys going.
Yeah, when you're down like this, you need any move from a captain here just to stay pumped up and like have momentum to keep playing.
All you need is momentum. Pass to Matt Novak. He's running down the middle, and then he is stopped by 3 or 4 defenders.
A great burst of speed from Matt Novak, and he gets a Bulldog first down.
If they started like that in the third quarter, they may have had a chance, but
Yeah, they've had a few good plays to start off the third quarter, and then they just lose it off of penalties.
they can't just play good for 2 quarters and then take off 2. They need to be grinding the whole time.
They have Matt Torres on the center. Looks like he's going to hand it off to Luke Gentile.
Fake, handoff
It's
to
a
Luke
play
Gentile.
action. He's going to
And he throws it down, and it is way overthrown. And there will be a flag on the play.
Looks like a late flag.
If you saw that play right there, he completely faked out the defender. He bit for the run.
Yeah, very nice play. Ball penalty is
Against the Bulldogs, probably a holding call.
Penalties against the Bulldogs. Ineligible receiver downfield.
it's an ineligible receiver downfield. It was at the 40, so I couldn't see what else it was other than an ineligible receiver downfield. Could have been a holding that was a little too deep downfield for a holding.
Overthrown just a little bit too much.
Just a little bit overthrew me. And even if he did catch that, that play wouldn't have counted because of the ineligible receiver.
Penalty is declined. That'll
And-
bring up second down.
and
for
they
the Bulldogs.
declined the penalty.
Second and 10.
They'll
from
bring up
Bishop
second and
Mac
10.
43.
That is interesting. They probably just want the ball back.
Honestly, yeah, I think they just want to get this drive over with.
They want to get this drive over with so then they could just run the ball down slowly down the field. Just end this game.
I won't be shocked if the Bulldogs score here. As
Torres looks to the right, and then the ball is batted down.
another
Torres is
swat
bad.
from
Batted
an
down at the
amazing
line of
swarm of
scrimmage.
Bishop Mac defenders. They always seem to get there and swat the ball. It's the second time that's
Third and
happened on the
10.
screen pass.
And Luke Gentile, he was wide open. It's just the defensive line.
Matt
Just a little
Torres
move at the line, and
definitely
they
doesn't look happy right now.
definitely not. There's not much things to be happy about if you're the Bulldogs right now.
Yeah, not much to smile about when you're down 35.
especially down 35. Torres in the shotgun formation looking for a pass. Eyes to the right.
Owen Murphy
Going
is open, but
downfield.
he trips.
And it goes to Nick Novak right there. Nick Novak looking a little bit slow. Then he gets tied up. Won't be
gets a
down
first
at the
down.
28-yard line.
Complete to Warren.
Despite the fact he looked a little slow there, he still got the first down. Nice catch from Nick Novak.
Complete to Novak.
And the Bulldogs are going hurry up.
Hurry up offense right
Ball
here.
Spotted at the Bishop Mac 27.
Well, when you have 9 minutes to play and you're down by 35, you kind of have to. Torres rolling to his right, looking for his options. Throws it up to
Yes,
Matt Novak. Matt Novak
That's
scores
a
the touchdown.
Touchdown Bulldogs. Matt Novak. He had him open the entire time and he found him beautifully.
Beautiful route right there by Matt Novak, finding his way through,
27
getting
yards
open,
and a Bulldog
catching the ball.
touchdown.
Looks like they'll go for 2 right here.
You just want to do anything to get points here.
Actually, they're bringing out the field goal unit for the extra point. Now Matt Novak's going to try to kick it through.
Matt Novak 2 for 2 on extra points tonight.
See if he can make it 3 for 3.
High snap.
That
And he misses it.
Misses
Shakes
it.
left.
Is no good. 9:20 remaining in the fourth.
See those guys right there probably startled him.
49, Riverside
They just got
Brookfield
around that
20.
line.
I feel like I might have jinxed him there. I said 2 for 2 on extra points right before he kicked it, and then he missed. I'm sorry, Matt.
Apologize to him in person. That extra point didn't look clean at all. Mostly probably got startled right there.
There's just a bad hold there. Or not a bad hold, a bad snap, which led to a bad hold, and looked like they're gonna come very close to
Just
blocking
wasn't a
it.
clean play at all.
Not at all.
Look at the Bulldogs sideline. They just are all looking down. None of them trying to pump each other up. It looks like it. They just look dead and defeated. 9:20 left to play in this game. As the Bulldogs will get ready to kick the ball off.
The good news for the Bulldogs is, although they're down a lot, is that they're still scoring. They're not getting shut out. They're at least scoring a little bit, and their offense seems to have a little bit of a groove at times. You
That
can
is
look at
true.
all this and improve it for next time.
They can't let this get through their skin too much.
Bulldogs kicking
Yeah,
off to
can't
Bishop
let this
Mac.
loss get to them.
The Bulldogs looking to kick downfield.
Hunter Ferguson with the
Onside kick
onside.
right there. And
It looks like it's recovered by the Bulldogs.
we're waiting for the signal right here.
And they give it
is
to the
recovered by the
Bulldogs.
Bulldogs.
Maybe it's not over yet. A big play from Hunter Ferguson up. Beautiful kick.
47-yard
He
line.
fakes
What a-
everyone out.
What a great onside kick right there. They were not expecting that at all.
Now the Bulldogs, for the first time, get the ball in Bishop Mac territory.
This half. It's nice to put the offense right back on after they scored.
And it seems like the Bishop Mac defense might be a little tired after that long last drive. And they're just going to keep him out there.
Torres in the shotgun formation right here. Eyes looking downfield. A little short pass to Luke Gentile. Juking around. Going down the middle. Juking another person.
What
And
a
then he
move
gets
from
tackled
Luke
down.
Gentile.
Deal is complete. Gain is down to the Bishop Mac.
That was a
34-yard line.
great
That play
little
was good
pass
for
right there.
Bulldogs. First
Even
down.
better execution on the
First and 10
catch and run.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, execution is key, especially in that kind of play.
Shotgun formation. Still in hurry up offense. Looks down to the right side. Throws it up to Nick Novak, who's wide
Wow.
open. He makes a move, and he'll score a
makes
touchdown.
everyone miss, and a touchdown by the
Bulldog
Bulldogs.
touchdown.
Complete.
They scored so quick on that one.
Back-to-back scores in under a minute, and this one isn't over yet. Stay tuned, because we might have a good one here.
Still 8:53 left to play.
They had both the Novak brothers on the near side of the field,
34-yard touchdown pass.
and they found Nick for the easy touchdown.
They did.
For Novak.
I don't think the defenses want to play defense today.
Oh, no.
It's a good offensive explosion.
Novak is looking to go for the extra point. 2 for 3.
The ball snapped, a good snap. And it is,
Oh, and he
it
hit
hits
the
the upright.
upright.
Extra point attempt
Not
is
much
no
times we
good.
see that.
Giving me flashbacks of Cody Parkey.
The double doink.
49.
Yeah, that was not pretty.
Brookfield, 26.
Not too many times you just see it hit the post. Man, you must feel so bad just missing 2 extra points in a row.
Yeah, maybe the Bulldogs will start going for 2. And why
Probably.
wouldn't they? They really have, number 1, nothing to lose, and number 2, they got to get some points back.
That is true. Chip away, chip away. That's what you got to keep doing. There's still time left, but still a big deficit.
I think now Bishop Mac's going to be expecting the onside kick. But don't be shocked if Hunter has another nice kick.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they went for another onside kick here. Be quite amusing to see that.
How great would it be if the Bulldogs offense came back on the field again?
That would be unheard of.
With their offense looking so good right now, it's hard to not have them on the field.
It is.
As Hunter Ferguson looks like he's getting ready to kick it.
Get another kick right here.
Bishop Mac definitely looks more ready for an onside kick. They only have 1 man back deep, and he's at the 25-yard line.
Looks like they're expecting an onside kick right here.
Yeah, they have 10 guys all lined up within the 40-yard line.
It's another onside kick, and it's
Line
kicked
drive
way
kick,
too
it's
hard.
fumbled.
And it looks like it's recovered by Bishop Mac.
But Bishop Mac is
Bulldog
there.
onside kick is recovered
A nice approach by Hunter Ferguson to
by
kick
Bishop
that one.
Mac.
That one was kicked a little bit way too hard.
Bishop
A
Mac
line
will
drive
take
that
over
Bishop
first
Mac
and
definitely was not
10 at
expecting.
their own 45.
But that's
Bishop Mac gets the ball in
a
very
little
good
bit too
field
hard
position.
for an onside kick. You want to get it a little bit harder. So now Bishop Mac will get into prime field position. You know the game plan. They're going to just start running the ball right here.
Yeah. Bulldogs only have 2 timeouts. I mean, you don't want to waste them now, obviously, but
You have an idea of what's going to come. And Harris is in the backfield right here.
Manny Harris in the backfield.
Hand off to Harris.
No shot
And
to
he-
hand it off to him.
He breaks a tackle, and then he falls on one of the linemen's legs.
A very
Hands
nice
off to Harris.
move by Manny Harris.
Gain is off the midfield.
And he got to the 50-yard line with a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5 right here.
He's just been very smooth running the ball. And he's not even their starting running back.
He's more of a receiver, if I say it.
That's definitely more of a receiver. The only way I see him having a better day than he already has is if he throws their next touchdown. He has a rushing, a receiving, and a passing touchdown would be insane too. Oh, there's some movement.
Little jump at the neutral line.
Yeah, but he stayed on side, so
Stayed
no
on
flag.
side. A pitch to Harris. Harris
nice
makes a little
block.
move, and he's pushing through defenders, but he cannot.
That was a very nice block by the fullback, Damian Thornton.
Very nice block. He tried to push through the defenders, but the defenders said no.
Give the stop to Madrano.
Looks like Matt Novak is shaking up on the play, and that would be a huge blow
Gain
for
of
the
about
Bulldogs.
1. 3rd and
He
4.
seems fine, though. Just a little bit.
Yeah, he's just
woozy.
walking it off. Looks like they're
He
not
looks
gonna have
fine.
yeah, it looks like he's just going to stay in the game.
And, of course, they're going to take a long time in the huddle.
And they get up to the line quick.
Harris in the backfield again.
7 seconds
Likely a
left on the play
run
clock.
right here in 3rd down or play action.
And the Bulldogs bench is trying to hype him up, chanting defense.
And a delayed.
Delayed
and he's-
handoff. And
He's
Harris
pushing
is
through
still going.
defenders, and it looks like he is grabbed from the
Small
top of
carrier. Brought down
a
by
delayed
Madrano.
handoff right there, and a few little moves in the middle
Gain
to
is
get past
down to the
defenders to
Bulldog
get a big run right
36-yard
there.
line. That's good for a 1st down. 1st and 10 Irish at the Bulldog 36.
Another 1st down for Bishop Mac.
Yeah, Bishop Mac has just been pretty much unstoppable on the run.
On top of the run all day. Got so many yards on the ground.
I love their gold helmets.
Ah,
I think it's a really
kind of
nice
plain.
look. I think gold helmets are the best helmets.
I disagree. Another run to Harris. Harris makes another move, and he looks like he's got the first down.
Looks
Or
like
he's
he might have
short.
been just a yard short.
They're a yard short.
What do you think are the
Second
best
down.
helmets?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Bishop Mac
is
will
just short.
just looking for an easy conversion right here.
27-yard line.
I would be shocked if they give it to the fullback. Or maybe
They've already
Dewsney.
had the ball for 3 minutes.
Gain of 9 on the
Already.
play.
About like 2.5 minutes, almost 3 minutes.
Yep.
The Bulldogs' offense was great, but the Bulldogs' defense has just struggled to stop them. I
Bishop
wonder if
Mac
Bishop
knows
Mac
how
is-
to
I wonder if Bishop Mac
control
is trying to like
everything.
get to 50 here.
A 50 bomb. And Harris breaks free a little bit. Still moving. And then he's finally brought down.
He's just refusing to go down.
Look how many Bulldogs he had to get to tackle him.
Took at least 3 or 4.
16-yard line. It's good for
That says he's just such a strong guy. Another first down for the
Ball is spotted at the 17.
for Bishop
First
Mac.
and 10.
Yeah, Bishop Mac again in the red zone. Seems like they've spent their entire game there.
They're just workhorses.
I think maybe 2 or 3 drives have not resulted in touchdowns for Bishop Mac. It's just been running up their throats. They have
Another
no
formation to run right here.
They have no one on the outside, on the near side of the field.
Harris with another handoff. He stumbles and then he stopped for little or no gain.
Harris, the ball carrier.
You know where to go. The Bulldogs defense was expecting that run.
Stewart
There
in
were
on the
no
stop.
receivers motioned or lined up.
Yeah, they had not one person on the outside of the field from either side.
They made it so clear what they were going to do. But yet they're effective with it.
I mean, what works,
Except for that
works.
play. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Getting ready for the snap. A pitch down to Harris. Harris gets to the outside, and then he is wrapped up again and taken down with a little gain.
Harris, the ball carrier, first hit
It looked
by
like one of the
McGraw.
Bulldog defenders just jumped on top of him. They took like 3 or 4 to get him.
3 or 4. But still, they got the job done to get him little gain. 3rd down now. And Bishop Mac, they have been
6.
so
Gain
good
is
on
down to
3rd
the
downs
13.
today.
Do you think if Bishop Mac gets maybe 1, 2
36.
yards, do you think they're going to go for the field goal?
I wouldn't be surprised. Still very close. It's crazy that they almost scored 50 points on the RB defense.
And it's not like the RB defense has been bad. They had a great game against Morton and Wakanda. Bunch of
They did.
turnovers. Just they've struggled to
Timeout on the field.
force
Timeout,
turnovers, and when they
Bishop
don't
Mac.
force turnovers, they just let them score up their throats.
The game is so much more different than the games we've been seeing for the past 2 weekends.
Yeah, Morton, back to that Morton game. They had 2 forced fumbles for touchdowns, both by Eduardo Pena, which was obviously huge for them. 2 big forced fumbles. But Morton was very sloppy that game. And when you're playing against sloppy teams, they're going to fumble the ball. And the Bulldogs did a good job of taking advantage of that. But Bishop Mac is not a sloppy team. They've maybe had some like sloppy penalties, but they're not like losing control of the ball and like not scoring.
They have
They're-
really good ball control. They know how to push through defenders and basically run the ball with a lot of control, which is a very good skill.
Yeah, no fumbles, no picks, just an all-around very clean game from Bishop Mac.
Very clean game for them. Bishop Mac is still running down the clock. The Bulldogs are starting to be forced to use their timeouts.
Damian Thornton in the backfield, which is not normal, considering he's the fullback. It looks like
I
he's going
know.
to take off. He's going to throw it.
And it's an easy touchdown for Bishop Mac.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Hiller.
Good
to
fake.
Arsenault, complete.
They were expecting around the tight end.
Andrew
Goes in
Arsenault
motion.
is who they threw it to. He was just wide open. No
13
Bulldogs were
yards
within
and
10
Bishop
yards of
Mac
him.
touchdown.
And that's
Nowhere close.
and they have dropped 55 on them now.
55 points. Wow. That's all I have to say. 8 touchdowns. Offensive explosion here.
I'd hate to be on the defense right now or the defensive coordinator. They're going to be running so much on Monday.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Point attempt is up and good. 3:53 remaining in the fourth.
Gotta feel bad for that defense. They're just gonna be
Riverside,
running
Brookfield, 36,
laps, running
26.
suicides all through practice Monday.
Oh, yes, they probably will.
The Bulldogs down 30.
30 points. Yeah, it's probably safe to say that Bishop Mac will take this one.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't think the Bulldogs are gonna stop passing the ball. They've just passed the ball so much. Why would they stop now?
They need their extra practice in here.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
like a scrimmage at this point.
Pretty much, you want to bring in guys who really don't play as much, and just try and avoid injuries.
And just get in some reps for some new guys to see who may be able to take over in some situations. Luke Gentile is down back again.
And looks like Matt Torres is going to take off his helmet. It looks like he might be done for the day.
A nice kick booted all the way down to on the 10-yard line. Luke Gentile looks it in. Looking at his options, he goes around the defenders. Then he'll be wrapped up and stepped out of bounds.
Gentile knocked out of bounds by Wells.
Kalen Wells was who brought him down there.
Yep. Not much you could do. It was good.
And like I predicted, Owen Murphy is going to come in the game. Matt Novak is just on, or Matt Torres, excuse me, is on the sidelines, and Owen Murphy's just going to come in this game.
Ball.
We played
First and
these
10
last few
at their own 29.
sets.
Owen Murphy is going to be the Bulldogs' future after this season. He's only a sophomore. He's going to
Murphy
be
and a
their
quarterback
junior
for the
and senior
Bulldogs.
year. So he's definitely the Bulldogs' future, and excited to see how he'll do.
It's probably disappointing that he lost the starting job this year after he was the starting quarterback last year.
Oh, for sure. But I
Nice
can't wait to see
pass
the connection of Murphy and Novak.
Murphy's
That'll
That'll be
pass
nice
is
to see in the
complete.
future.
Murphy and Matt Novak, both sophomores. That's definitely going to be the future Bulldogs core.
It will be.
Pass is complete to Switek. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2.
Just seeing what they could do with their subs that they have at this point. Owen Murphy in the shotgun formation. Eyes look to the right side a little.
Chris
And it
Doherty
is-
drops it, and
It's
it's
an
picked.
intercepted. And now he is tackled fast.
Murphy's pass
Kalen
is
Wells
intercepted.
was who picked it off there. And it was just a sloppy play. It was a good pass from Owen, but it was just tipped
He just
up.
he
and
just
he
dropped
picked
it. It
off.
hit his, like his hands and it just flew up way too high, and it
Intercepted by
was an
Wells.
easy interception at that point.
Doherty on
He
the
read it
stop.
really well,
Ball will
the
be
defensive
spotted
back Wells,
at
and
the
There's just
Bulldogs,
a
22.
poor executed play
1st and 10,
by
Bishop
Doherty,
Mac.
and just tough Bulldogs bounce.
Very
They just
tough
can't
bounce.
seem to catch a break.
3 minutes left in this game, and Bishop Mac prime field position to score another touchdown.
Well, they dropped 60.
I wouldn't be surprised. Their offense have been so effective today. All their runs and their little passing plays that they mix in there. Had a lot of big gains today. Looks like they're gonna run it.
There's a flag on the
Penalty
field.
flag on the field.
Looks like they're going to hand it off to number 43,
Delay
which
of
is
game
Brandon Courtney.
against Bishop Mac.
They're just trying to give everyone a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. Everyone gets a touchdown.
This isn't Oprah.
Seems like what Bishop Mac's going to do, though.
They're just giving touchdowns to everybody on their team.
Giving touchdowns away like it's Christmas.
Okay. Looks like they're going to run it again, and they run with the fullback on right here. Gets a nice little gain, gets some yards back from the loss from the penalty before.
Yeah, Brandon
Courtney, the
Courtney,
ball
who I
carrier.
said it looks like they're going to hand it to, and they did. Bulldogs weren't really
Gain
expecting
down
it.
to the 20-yard line.
They were expecting a more from the halfback at that point.
Oh, and a gain
for
of
sure.
3.
As they'll probably keep running down the clock like they are. Already run it down a minute.
Yeah,
These
there's
past few plays.
2:30 left.
Bishop Mac will be looking to run it again.
Tyler Hiller,
halfback in the-
however, is still in quarterback.
And the ball will be handed off to the fullback again, who is working his way through.
They just keep
And is
handing
close
it
to
off
the
to
first
Brandon
down
Courtney.
marker. Look like a third It'll be a 3rd and 2 at this point. It should be an easy conversion
Working on
for
the stop
Bishop
the
Mac.
Bulldogs.
Never know with this Bulldogs defense. They make some nice plays.
Arsenal, the ball carrier.
We're hoping to see some nice flashes for next game.
We all hope so.
3rd and 2.
Just here to watch good football, though.
Yeah, nothing like good football.
Yep. At this point, it seems like you might as well have put no defenses on the field at this point. Another handoff to the fullback, and it looks like he'll get the first down.
Brandon
Hand it
Courtney
up to
looked like he
Courtney.
got it. I think he definitely got it. Looks like he's down like the 10. 1st and goal
Got
for
the
Bishop Mac.
1st and goal for Bishop Mac. They move the chains again.
Ball is
And
spotted
keep in
at
mind that the
Bulldogs'
clock
10-yard
stops
line.
on 1st downs, which makes
First
it
down
even
for
worse.
Bishop Mac.
1:25 left to play.
And it looks like Bishop Mac's just going to need the ball down.
They won't go for the nice 60 bomb.
I don't think so. Not today.
Not today, Chief. It'll be definitely a disappointing loss for the Bulldogs, as
Yes,
they
but-
just let Bishop Mac run up the score.
Definitely a lot to improve on, but a loss like this is something the Bulldogs will need so they can improve for next time. They're just going
Jordan
to need it
takes a
out.
knee.
They need to know what they did during this game so they could go back into practice and fix what they did wrong. Their offense was definitely not a big problem here. It's just their defense lacked the stops that they could have gotten.
And I'm pretty sure the next game is until homecoming, October 5th, the next home game.
What? So, it's been quite a game here, folks. And it looks like they'll need the ball down in the.
And that's gonna be the end of the game.
That's going to be the end of the game for the Bulldogs.
The final score is the Irish with 56 and the Bulldogs with 26.
Riverside, Brookfield, 26.
Well, Bishop Mac, they ran up the score today. Not much you could do to a team when they score 56 points on you.
Yeah, beautiful running defense from Bishop Mac. They did a great job of spreading the field, both running and passing. Bulldogs had some nice offensive games, but their defense definitely struggled.
Thank everyone for attending
Definitely.
this evening's game.
Well, it was quite a
Please enjoy
game.
your weekend. Drive home
Like we said,
safely.
offensive explosion for both teams. I want to thank all our crew tonight, our camera operators, production assistants, and everybody in RBTV Control A. For Sam Egan, I'm Isaac Navarro. Thanks for watching RBTV Sports.